Hello, I'm ABX Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today, I'm in front of the ominous, never-ending Minecraft loading screen. You might think I was joking, but I pressed Minecraft 2.5 minutes ago, and I was like, okay, I can be late to the stream today. I'm always late, but that's, like today we're like extra late because my plumber is also, he was like 3 and a bit hours late to my house. And I figured, instead of doing that, how about we watch the loading screen together? How about we all come here and appreciate how they just released a new update, and it didn't make loading times better. It somehow made loading times worse. Like, they had a bug with really long loading times, and then they figured, the only way to fix this bug is if we make those long loading times longer. So yeah, there is the 1.16.200 update out right now. I have a few fun ideas about what to do with it. Like, I kind of want to talk about it, actually. I probably should. After this stream, I'll probably make a video. Because it is super interesting to me. So, they made a lot of parity changes, as well as bug fixes. But again, we're going to talk about that some other day. Today, the RTX, I'm looking forward to, maybe touring my Let's Play world. I thought that might be fun to see. But, yeah, let's go. Oh my god, just let me play Minecraft. Honestly, again, I say this all the time, but would any other game be allowed on a console with a loading time that bad? I feel like no, right? Also, by the way, in case you're curious, we are playing with controllers today. I've been mostly playing with mouse and keyboard for the last month. It's been a whole thing. So yeah, this is gonna be the worst stream playlist thing to watch. If you're watching this in the unlisted streams playlist, just give this one a skip. There's gonna be a lot of not stream in this stream. Because, gotta hang out, do my thing. I looked at my survival worlds and RTX pics on my Twitter. It looks so good. Oh, I might have to go check those out. I love seeing a good survival world in this. Minecraft is so incredibly poorly optimized, so I'm not surprised it's taking a long time to load. But, it takes a long time on all platforms, and it's getting worse and worse. And I just don't know how, does no one notice these things, or do they not care? Because either way, it doesn't make sense to me. Get your plumber to join your survival world, says Mgala. I have a plumber who's actually a friend of mine. I had a real professional plumber. His solution wasn't to break my stuff. And he actually fixed the problem in 20 minutes. It was great. It was wonderful. So yeah, we're also gonna, while we're here, not stream, what? Exactly, it's a not stream. It's a no stream. There's a free thing you can get every day in the marketplace. I read on the in the thing. So let's see what it is. Adventure City. That's not free. Where's my free map? Oh, there's a get home now button. That's fun. Okay, wait. Why can't I hit it? Where's the get now? Okay, wait. Are we there yet? There we go. I'm not joking when I say that was not easy. I can get a crane boom arm. Okay, that's great. That's exciting. Where's the map? Oh, I guess you've got to do for a whole week to get the map. Well, that's dumb, isn't it? So basically, it's a way to encourage you to get new skin stuff. Okay, fair enough, I guess. It's technically free. Glad I did that. Is my skin broke? Okay, no, we got my skin. Should we be an ocelot today, or should we be a cat wearing a tutu? What do you reckon, internet? I mean, the ocelot's actually 3D, whereas this is horrifically 2D. But there's also Steve with all of his delightful armaments, so there's just so many choices. Okay, let's do this. Let's go into the realm. Ocelot today. Okay, tutu obviously. Okay, let's play on this backup world became just the primary way I play my world, because now I have it across all devices at the same time. Here's my tax for being awesome. Thank you, Pro Mage Master, for the $2. Appreciate the tip, my man. I think it's one of the under-advertised benefits of Minecraft Realms is that you basically get a world that exists in the cloud across all your devices. And so if, like me, you play Minecraft in multiple places, it's really cool having the same world in all those places. Just came to after watching the S** Minecraft sessions video, says Katie. I enjoyed that video a lot. It's one of my favorite videos to make every year. This year was a surprise at the end, huh? This year was a little bit of a surprise at the end. Hold the phone. What was that Steve of the Armament skin? Oh, I spent the most you could spend on a skin to see if I was happy with my purchase. I think I spent a full $10, I think it was. It might have been like $11 or like $9.69, but it was in the $10 region, I remember. It was a thing. You got this from the PS4 Realms video. I do indeed... Wait, what do you mean I got this? Everyone buy a Longboy so we can get it to 400. That's right, if we can't get this to 400, they can't exist. Do you want a Longboy to exist? Go get one right now. One of only 223 that have been sold before this stream. Wouldn't you love to see that number go up? I bet you would. I was so close to being in that video, rip, says Chantal. Do you have a PlayStation 4? Is that what you're telling me? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So, I remember this channel being more kid-friendly back then. Asian says, like Stampy. I think you've... It's surprising. I thought people were generally, like, not messing with me, but having, like, a obviously dumb, like, oh, yeah, it's like you're the same person because your name has K in it and you make videos. So, like, you're basically that, you know, this Stampy fella, right? I was like, yeah, that's a niche opinion. But I've seen, like, some people say that, and now there's someone being here like, oh, I remember when you used to be, child-friendly. And it's like, oh, God. Yeah. Now people are messing up details. At what point people be like, you know, didn't your name used to be Joseph? Like, didn't you used to live, like, in... I actually don't know where he lives, or if that's even public information. I'm pretty sure it's in the south of the UK. Didn't you used to live in Hampshire? Toy Cat? That sounds correct, right? That's a place people live. The Reddit video, of course I don't own a PS4. You know what? That makes more sense when you say it that way. But, that's like one of my, like, that's like people's way, like, very innocently managing to, like, hit at a real fear that I don't think it's normal to have. But, like, the fear of, like, let's call it, like, being forgotten. The worst thing to me is when someone, like, misremembers a detail about me and it's, like, more awkward to correct them, so I have to go along with it. Be like, didn't you have, that Chinese girlfriend at one point? And it's like, no. And it's like, no, you definitely did. And it's like, okay, sure. Guess if you say so. Haha. That's like nightmare fuel. But now I'm getting on YouTube, and it's like, no. You're misremembering about details about me and then insisting they're true. You can't do that to me. But you can. And isn't that beautiful when you really think about it? That, you know, on YouTube, even though I'm the one who makes the videos, it's only the collection of your watching them with my making them that makes this whole thing work. Anyway, so hello, my BX Toy Cat. What are we doing today as the moon rises? Should we start the stream, like, for real now? Okay, let's start the stream for real. Also, thank you. Is that Crapful? What is that name? How do you say that? WAP FML. Oh, I know what WAP stands for. It's Wet Arse Ocelots, right? Toy Cat Tax. I watch like every stream in the background while I do homework and stuff. So thank you for the content. Also, I love streamers so much. OMG. Hey, thank you, Parapy. See, messages like that mean a lot to me. I think that's the cool. I think that's you know, like to immediately bring up my mood after being reminded that, you know, in the end, if you're just memories in people's heads, a lot of people have false memories, so you don't really even exist. You know, a good way to immediately remove that from my brain, that the bleach that I need from that thought is your message, Parapy. Thank you for cheering me up. Things are better now, because, you know, for every person who misremembers me as Stampy, there's someone like you who enjoys Streamless and who enjoys me placing Netherrack on a mountain. So yeah, what are we doing in today's live stream? We're placing Netherrack all over a mountain. I want to have a Nether mountain, honestly, because, you know, I saw it in the PS4 round, and I was like, that's cool. I want to do that. And then here we are. Good use for Netherrack? Arguably so. We can actually use this, like, in my opinion, we could do some cool stuff on the inside, I think. I think it might be fun. Like, we could, like, have, like, mini Nether on the inside or something like that. Then we could even put a Nether portal in there, and then it would link to the one in the overworld. Oh god, that's such a cool idea. Where is Pookie Helm, says Luke Cauldron? That's a good question. Hey, thank you, Skytolls. I made another stream. Here's your tax. You made another stream? You know, that's fun of you. You know, I make streams multiple times a day. And you know what? My doctor says that's even recommended. So, when is your world out in marketplace? Is a little large. It's currently, like, literally, like, it could take weeks to go. But it's in the review phase. The final review, I'm pretty sure, with Microsoft. The last time, it genuinely was, there was a sign on the ground that was holding it back. This time, the same issue should not happen. I'm hoping by tomorrow, because I want to make a video about it, that it will be worked out. And we'll know, like, at least the date. But we don't know for sure. Idea, you could make a volcano. Yeah, it might be cool if we, like... That actually would be a really cool idea if we, like, take the center of this, hollow it out a little bit. Then we can make, like, a Nether in there. That's a really fun idea. I like that idea a lot. We should definitely do that. So, I have a seed that has 3 temples not far from each other. It says Big Balls. You know, that's a fun name. The problem with the temples is, like, more than one sounds really useful. But, like, to most people, because there's, like, some effort required in going into them, it generally, like... I feel like we've moved past the phase. I think I've, you know, Seed Sunday's matured. The very early days of Seed Sunday was, like, seeds that give you free stuff are amazing. Now we're like, seeds that give you free stuff are great, but you know what's way better? Seeds that are interesting in ways that, like, can benefit you in the long run. Like, it's a fun form of maturation. Also, Longboy is just a sausage cat, says Thomas Uruguay. Hey, it's good to see you, Thomas Uruguay. You know, your name still makes me question, are you from Uruguay or do you just really like it? But in response to your actual thing, the Longboy is in fact just a sausage cat. He's just a sausage that's also a cat. What do you think of the Northeast? God bless. See, the Northeast can describe a lot of things because you might mean the global Northeast, so I guess that'd be what, Russia? You might mean the Northeast in the UK, which is very loosely where like Newcastle and like Sheffield and what's it called? Yorkshire is, I guess. Yorkshire. I guess North Yorkshire. I guess the south of Yorkshire might not be in the Northeast. Or you might mean the Northeast of America. And it's like, well, the Northeast is definitely the most populous individual region, right? Like, even though there's more people in California, when you look at, like, because, you know, everyone looks at the electoral map votes thing and they're like, oh, there's 55 for California. California would be big, yo. But then if you look at the states around California, they're all, like, dead. It's, like, one big state in the middle of nothing. Whereas if you look at, like, the Northeast, it's, like, giant state New York, giant state in the form of New Jersey, giant state in the form of, Pennsylvania, I'm pretty sure is huge. Like, there's a lot of big states in one big area. So, yeah, I'm gonna... Also, hi, Tuckets, this Cat Shalina. Hey, it's been a while, Cat. Hello, how are you doing? I hope things are going well. I see you've still got the same profile picture from all those years ago. That's fun. A little bit of a blast from the past there. Both Scothorpe are both Northeast England. You know, see, the thing is, Northeast is, like, not only imprecise when you're talking about a compass, because you're just saying one of the 8 directions, but without, like, you know, you could be in the Northeast of my survival world. I shouldn't be this pedantic. I should just say, oh, yeah, you donated... Oh, it was £2.99. They must mean the UK. Oh, I went to Newcastle. Let me tell you my Newcastle story. I went to Newcastle once for some form of convention. Like, it was like a weird, like, personal favor to someone that I was going there for. And, so the guy organizing it really didn't seem to like me for whatever reason. But, like, he like, I don't know, he had a commitment to get me there. And so, there was a bunch of YouTubers, from across the UK at this thing. Like, maybe, like, 7, we can call it. And, I didn't know any of them, but, like, we're trying to, like, make this all work. And then, so it's like, okay, we'll get everyone to their hotels. Okay, everyone's gonna get dropped off here. Oh, except you, Toy Cat, you're staying at this hotel over here. And it's like, oh, it's a really, really nice one. It's like, and then it's like, oh, it's above a pub. It was the worst, roughest, like, hotel I've ever been in my, like, it was sad. It was a tragedy in that hotel room. So it was, like, loud. I literally could not sleep because it was, like, that loud. And it's like, why would you do that? What? Like, I'm sure I didn't even save them that much money to, like, spite bad... Like, I've never even been in a bad hotel room before that. Well, I was like, oh, so your plan was to, you know, for some personal grudge you have, you wanted to take out on me that way. And yeah, so I didn't like the guy. I didn't like the guy at all. He was a not nice human being. But you know, I follow him on Twitter, and his life is a wreck these days. So yeah, who's the winner now? Yeah, I just can't change it now. Says Catchlina. Oh yeah, like YouTube's like integrated with Google Plus still, even though Google Plus doesn't exist, in a way that I genuinely wish I understood, but definitely do not. So it's really hard to change profile pictures on YouTube. It's like, oh, you just got to go off YouTube to do this. And it's like, what do you mean you have to go off YouTube to change a YouTube profile picture? Sorry, that's just how we do things. That's my favorite example, like companies doing real bad kind of things there. You should put quartz and gold never in your mountains too. Oh, that might be a fun idea actually. Grab some never gold ore, so it's not so rough. I don't go to hotels because frankly that does not sound fun, Toy Camp. Hotels are great. It's like a house, but it's like imagine all the best bits of living alone without all the bad bits. There's like you have a bed. It's usually clean. Like clean is like the one thing all hotels, like no hotel ever advertises like we save money by not cleaning your room. It's just like you can get non-clean hotels, I'm sure, but no smart hotel would ever do that because it's just like suicide for a brand to even come close to that. So like hotels are great. If you've never stayed in a hotel, you've never lived. It's I'm sure I'm not the only one who's had like this thought of like why am I living in a house? Like when you're in a hotel, you just put your stuff down, pick it up a few days later, you're good to go. You can move. Whereas like moving your stuff around continent to continent, it's like so you need 5 bags. They cost a few $100s each. You gotta clean all the time. Like I cleaned last week and now I need to clean again. What is that? I don't know, but you better believe I have to for some reason. It's crazy. It's what's the point in that? Like if I don't tidy it for another week, it'll look like it just doesn't go away. It's this eternal burden that is always on you. And if you're in a hotel room, someone comes and does that for you. They might. I find that weird actually too. That like someone's like rifling around in your clothes or whatever. But we don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It removes the ability for me to need to clean. That's being a grown-up, says Cat Beanie. And if that's being a grown-up, then I guess I never grew up. Now, there's a lot of things about being an adult that, like, they're just not good. Like, I remember once this post stuck with me when I was younger. It was of a guy who was, like, terrified of paying bills. It was like, I think I want to kill myself because being an adult, having bills to pay, like, how would I even do it? How do you do that? I don't know. I don't want to have to learn how. And he, like, it was just like, I want to kill myself. I remember it resonated with me because, like, I think I said something similar, like, oh, God, the idea of being an adult and, like, having responsibilities that, like, you don't want, but you have anyway. I was like, I'll just die before I turn 18. Like, my legit strategy in life was any planning after age 18. Don't have to do it. I'll just off myself. And I think a lot of people always take that like, oh yeah, that's a funny joke, Toy Cat. And it's like, nah, that was my legitimate strategy. It's not a smart strategy. But like the fact that stuck with me, like everyone has their own thing they just hate about the world that you can't get away from either. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, have a house that doesn't get dirty? I do my best actually to do that. Like, paper plates, boom, now you don't need to wash up. And it's like, oh, what about washing? I saw a Reddit post today that was like, clearly I go on Reddit too much is what I'm learning from these 2 anecdotes back to back. But it's like, everyone always does their laundry in separate loads. You can throw all your laundry in the same load and it works just the same. Like everyone's going to act like, ooh, there's going to be some real problems with colors. Nope, just put it all in the same place. But the trees. The one thing I don't do is I don't use plastic cutlery yet, but my God, that's a thing I like. I'm glad you're still here. You make my life better, and I'm sure people feel the same. Yeah, I do on balance feel like there's a positive addition to the world from me not being dead. I don't know. It's hard. You can never measure it precisely, but I'm like, guess I'm glad. Like, I don't want to be the guy who's like, oh, you shouldn't do things, because what if you regret them later? But I am also like, yeah, probably was good on some level at least that I didn't follow through on that plan. But like it was terrifying because the moment I had like cancelled that plan, I was like, oh, So now I've got to work out like how does housing work? There's taxes you got to pay, and not only does the government want money from you that is non-optional, and does not always come with the promise of things in return, but also they want you to work out how to pay it. Can imagine if you walked into McDonald's and they're like, you know, we're not going to give you prices on the menu. We're going to let you dive into this book right here, work out how much to pay us. And if on the way out we discover you haven't paid us enough, we're going to, we're going to lock you up because that's a crime. You just stole from us. You'd be like, what? But that's how taxes be. So you got to work those out, like council tax in the UK. Like, they really do take you to prison for that. They regularly, like, you mess that one up and you got like a lot of problems with that. Utilities, I just didn't pay my water bill when I first moved in. Like and that's a bad don't do that. That's lesson learned, I guess. There's just so many things that are like, oh god, why is this life? I wish I taught taxes, etc. in school. Yeah, I know school is like an academic pursuit, and like people say like the parents should teach that stuff. But like what if they don't teach that stuff? That's the issue, right? Like it should. There are definitely like issues of morality you can argue that you could argue a parent should be able to teach you for, because you can at least make that argument, because sure. But I think like how to pay taxes has like, how many parents teach their children how to pay taxes? And even if they did, like, what is the penalty for that not going through? You feel me? I don't understand. I don't feel me. But so yeah, I didn't pay my water bill for months, and like I got way overcharged, and they set up a payment plan with me in the end. Because pro tip, here's the one lesson I've learned from being an adult that's like calming, not the opposite. But if you pretty much any form of debt, even the government, but the government's the least flexible on this of any major place. If you just because bankruptcy is a thing, they want you to pay the money, and they know they can. Any company that you owe money to will know for a fact that you can just get out of the money by going bankrupt. It's really bad, and you shouldn't use that as a thing. But like, you kind of have that card in your favor. So I've never seen any form of debt that you can't negotiate some form of payment plan on. So like, yeah, you just gotta call them up and be like, hey, I'll promise to make X amount a month. I really can't afford any more. You gotta tell them why you can't afford more. But like, even if you owe like $100,000 to your utility company for whatever dumb reason, first of all, if it's egregious, you might be able to get them to be like, yeah, that is a lot of money for no good reason. You're right, Sir Cat. But also, it's the sort of thing where it's like, it's also the sort of thing where you can look at it and be like, oh, yeah, it's even if you have to pay it, it's better for them to get like £10 a month for 1,000 months or whatever maths I just did, versus not getting 10,000 a month for 1 month. Which is a fun way to look at life as well. Like, it's better to get something than nothing, right? It's better to do, you might want to get more than where you at, but it's better to partially do something than all the way do it. If you can't, if all the way doing something is impractical and unlikely. I love how toy cans teach me things school never did. I don't even know how we went on this tangent. I think it's because my plumber came over today, and it's like, that's the thing I was dreading the most. I had to make a phone call to someone, like, sit on hold for 10 minutes, describe what I wanted, and it's like, I want someone to come here and fix a thing so I can use my shower without flooding my bathroom. And also there's damp, and it seems scary and seems like a really damaging thing. Because, here's a scary thing about owning a house, right? Like, if I mess up and, like, if this damp's a serious thing and I've missed it, it's like, oh yeah, this whole house that is most of my net worth. Like, if you own a house, it's usually most of what you own, like in terms of money, because houses are crazy expensive, because land is crazy expensive, because whatever. It's like, oh yeah, you can, if the house goes down, it's your fault, and that's your whole net worth gone. Just house is a couple $100,000, right? Plus like fixing, etc. It's like, oh god, it's terrifying. I hate calling people, half because deaf, and the other half because get a husband to do it for you. Yeah, having someone who's just like sociable in your life to deal with stuff like this, very big bonus. I asked my assistant to do it for me. I was like, you know, can you call my plumber? She's like, oh, I can't call UK numbers. And I was like, why even have an assistant? Am I right? The other thing about phone calls, they often become a chain of calls lasting an hour plus. Yeah, I don't know who likes phone calls, and I am convinced they exist just to make people not want to fix things. Like, I imagine if you had to go for a phone call every time. Also, thank you. My electricity company overcharged me by 20. Wait, is this the same message? Yeah. Over a period of years. When I spotted the payments on my statement, it was a long process to get it back. Right, that's my argument right here. When someone wants money from you, they make it very easy. When you want something, or you know, that is effectively money, because like wages, etc., from someone else, it's always like, oh, just call up our people. My favorite example of this is airlines, because obviously I fly a lot, so I deal with a lot of airlines. If you want to make during the pandemic, there was this interesting period of bookings that has never been seen in pretty much any industry, where not only was everyone not booking flights because they're scared that they'll get this brand new, scary disease, right? But also people are refunding flights. So most days, airlines were making net negative sales. They were having more previous sales be cancelled than they were making new sales. And so, like, you know, obviously that's, like, disastrous for business, and I get why. But the way they dealt with it was the most hilariously, like, admitting what they're doing to everyone out there. They're like, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our call center, we're not going to expand it, and we're going to make some of the people that are currently working on refunds work on sales. If you wanted a sale, you can get one instantly, because we need to get all the sales we can. If you want a refund, about 6 hours. Honestly, better just to call back another day. Like, that was literally their advice. Please don't call right now. Please wait and call in the future if it's not urgent. And then you'd sit on hold for hours. Whereas if you wanted to make a booking, I think I made a booking at one point during it because I needed to go to America. It's like, oh yeah, that'll be done in 5-10 minutes. Whereas it was, I don't know how many hours I sat on the phone for a refund. Like, every airline, and you know, my girlfriend is still waiting on a refund from March because they've managed to just keep pushing it off. It's like, it's this very funny thing because it works in so much of the world. It's like really quite evil if you think about it. But it works. It is effective. All you gotta do is you gotta convince people. Once I'm an adult, I'm gonna be a YouTuber, and then I'm gonna build computers and sell them. Says DJ Explodes Satan. See, but then you still have bills to pay. Then you still have tax to pay. You have to, and if you're a self-employed person, you have to work out your own taxes, your own expenses, your own all of that stuff, and you better hope you get it right, because otherwise you're on. I want to say they've just changed it, so there's no like, what's it called, like statute of limitations on tax stuff anymore. Like you mess up your taxes 25 years ago, and they find out, they are coming for you, friendo. They are coming for you. And you've got to keep records for the last. I think it's a hilariously long amount of time, just on the off chance that they think you might have committed a crime and want to confirm with you. I once sat on hold for literally over 5 hours. My tax refund got messed up and wasn't coming. See, right? It's there's this beautiful, like, I honestly, you know, I used to think it was evil, and then I realized, like, you can take advantage of this in your life too. All you gotta do is like, you know, like, I always felt bad turning down social engagements, and then I realized, just say yes to everything. 80% of them fizzle out and go nowhere. Like, oh, I'm having a barbecue next week. Do you want to come? Your real answer is like, oh no, I really don't want to. I want to make Minecraft videos, or I wanna sit by the porch and drink a glass of orange juice. You know, I don't know what normal people do. Okay, you know, if you're not playing Minecraft, what are you doing with your evening? It's a good question. I don't understand the answer to. How'd you get Netherrack so fast without going to your inventory? Says OG Lobster Fart. Oh, this question comes up literally all the time. It's called Pick Block. It's the middle button on a mouse. For my controller, it's up on the D-pad. You can set it yourself in the settings, but it's super useful. You probably paid the phone company more than you owed in taxes, says Bob the Fish. I don't know anyone who doesn't get phone calls for free. Like, phone calls used to be a clever way for like phone companies to make money for you, because like charge people for the thing they want. But I've never seen a phone plan that isn't like just unlimited phone calls. You can always just say, now I have to chill then, says M. Gala. No, what you do is you say, yeah, sure. And then later towards the time, they'll message you again, being like, oh yeah, but most of the time people just like say things because they have an idea, and then it's gone. Boom. Other than the law and police, what's going to stop me from not paying taxes? Exactly. Other than the things that will stop me from paying taxes, nothing is stopping me from paying taxes. Honestly, I think even without law and police, a lot of people would still pay. Like, it's interesting, like this like duty of like, yeah, this is the. I think you have a much fairer system when you say, oh yeah, you pay the thing that you think is correct. You want, like, it sounds like no one would do it, but then interestingly enough, like. There is a country even, I forget what it is, but they give you an option of 2 tax rates. Like, do you want to really help or do you want to kind of help? And some people do pay the higher rate. I think most people don't, but some people do. The best part about placing this much Netherrack is the awesome block sound it makes. Oh, I don't even have my headphone in. I can't even hear the noise. I know it changed recently. Let's find my headphones. I'm gonna listen to it. Yeah, my mountain's looking good, huh? I think taxes for free healthcare is a pretty good deal in the UK. It's interesting, right? Because I totally agree. Like I wouldn't say it's a good deal, but I'd say it's like a good way to pay for a service. But if you look at like UK government spending, it's only like 1 in 7 pounds goes to healthcare. So like if you only want healthcare, you know, you could be like, I'll just pay 1 in 7 of my tax pounds, and ooh, yep, not really a big fan of that whole you know, policing thing. Won't throw my money towards it. Not a fan of that whole, you know, I'm not going to talk about alternative government spending principles on a Minecraft live stream. What we are going to talk about though is Emma Swift's chat. Thank you very much for the tip, my dear. Wait, it's got to rhyme with tip. My dear Pippio. That's what people think British people say, right? You're not sure, yeah. How have you been, Soy Cat? I've been looking for a great Christmas gift for myself. Do you have any suggestions? Wait, a great Christmas gift for yourself, like a gift just for you. Okay, so honestly, I'm that like lame person who like buys things that they want for themselves. Like either I want something bad enough that like I wait a month and then I buy it for myself if I still want it, or I don't buy something because I don't think it would be worth the downside or whatever. But I'm getting a waffle maker soon. That's exciting, right? Get a waffle maker. Actually buy an Oh Christmas Cat shirt. There are no Oh Christmas Cat shirts. Thank you very much. But you can get. Oh wait. A great Christmas gift for yourself would be a long boy. Also, how did I even do that? Wait, why can I walk into this block of dirt? Have you ever seen this? It's invisible dirt. Does the dirt even exist? It does exist. Huh, I wonder. Is all dirt like that? Let's see. Huh, the dirt on this mountain is just all you can walk in. Maybe you can do that with all blocks right now. Huh, very strange. Maybe it's just dirt. I don't even know. Don't even want to think about it too much. Bedrock is glitchy. I'll have you know there are never glitches. Also, thank you, Waffles the Corgi. It only happens on Netherrack. It's a glitch. Wait, so Netherrack allows you to walk through... Okay, you're not going to think about it. Just gonna... I feel like that's so useful to know. Because you could do, like, dive mining or something like... You know, I'm gonna take full advantage of that sometime. Don't know how. But, like, look at this. You can walk. This is objectively great. I love it. Scuffed dirt. At last, it was such an obvious longbow thing. Was it really was it an obvious longbow thing? Oopsie. You know, you might think it's obvious, but yeah, it probably was pretty obvious. You know, Emma Swift, a great Christmas present for yourself would be the longboy. Look how cute his face is. Don't you want to wake up to this every morning? Yes, you do. That's right. Makeshift.com/collections/page/ you know, it's linked down below. I can never say that URL out loud. There's a lot of like sub things, but if you click that link down below, go to Makeshift, you can get yourself one of these things. And here's the crazy thing: they will make it and then they will ship it. Right, get that? The company called Makeshift. They make them to order, which I think is cool. These are specific. Like, this is a specific design for this one product. They're making, throwing it away. The longboy sounds like an adult product. I mean, I like the idea of like it sounds like a sausage cat. You know, it's like, oh, who's a little long boy? Took you long enough. Okay, maybe it was. I guess it was an obvious thing. You know what? My bad. I'm just bad at self-promotion. You know what, chat? I need to get better at self-promotion. Should we do that more in the future? Let's do that more in the future. Okay, so Toy Cat, any projects yet? Says Dakota Snow. Okay, I have a great idea for a project, Dakota. You should cover a mountain in Netherrack. Then you should cut a giant hole in the center. And then... Actually, yeah, let's cover the mountain besides, like, a specific circle that will turn into the mountain hole. I guess, like, over here. No, over here, I guess, is the perfect spot for it. So we'll make a circle now. We'll use this as a baseline. And let's go for it, I guess. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know how to make circles anymore. Honestly, I'm lost and confused. It has to be bigger than 5 blocks. We'll go with, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. Yeah, that sounds correct. Then, like, 3 blocks. So, oh god, where do we go to? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. And then, like, 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh god, no, it's not 1, 2. It's like 1, and then maybe... You know, it's been a while since I've done this, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. It's been a while since I made a circle. Let's see if this works. No, that's not going to work. It's too big. Got to make the circle smaller. Or at least slightly less leftwards. So let's try 1, 2. And then, like, 1, 2. Straight into the 2. Oh, no, that's going to be such a rough edge. Although we kind of need a rough edge for something like this, right? And then we'll move straight into the 1, 2 again. Yeah, and then into the 3. 1, 2, 3. And then into the 9, 2, 3. Oh, wait, we're making these way too tall. I don't know what I'm even doing here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Oh god, doing circles on the fly. Sup, says Daniel Gamer Plays. You know what's up? I'll tell you what's up. It's the long boy. Look, he's gone up. There we go. We did it. We nailed it. Congratulations, new long boy adopter. Congratulations, the newest proud purchaser of a long boy. I'd be excited at when does the series end? When the mountain is covered in Netherrack, that's when. If you map out a radius on all 4 sides, you have to do it to connect them. Yeah, I think that'd be a smarter idea than whatever I'm trying to do right now. Yeah, this mountain's going to be, like, horrifically off-center if I try and do it this way. We could kind of, like, have, like, a quarter. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do this at all. Also, can you please taste Terraria again? It says, Xepsimos. Xepsimos. I would love to play Terraria again. No, honestly, I don't know. I have, like, an anxiety of playing, like, new games on stream. Because you attract either you do a bad job and you don't attract anyone from that game's audience, and, yeah, then the stream does badly. Or you attract a bunch of people from that, and they're like, oh, you suck. It's almost like you're playing it for the first time in months. Why aren't you doing this? And like, people telling you, like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. Like, that's, like, stressful. That's the worst bit about being an adult. Like, oh, why haven't you cleaned your floor, Toy Cat? It looks like you haven't cleaned this in 3 days. Why haven't you called a plumber yet, Toy Cat? You've had damp on your wall for weeks. Oh, you know, why haven't you paid your council tax? We're going to arrest you now, Toy Cat. You know, like, there's just, like, people telling you to do stuff that you don't want to, like, that's just, like, you know, Minecraft's the game that no one can tell us what you can and cannot do. And that's beautiful. That's all we want in the world, right? Just to live in a world where we do stuff and, like, the minimum amount is required from us. You know, wouldn't that be nice? It would be nice. So, is there any way you could make a video on when you transfer a Lex Edition world to Bedrock one day? Like, what happens since it never has Bedrock worlds? They have a pretty good conversion process. They just remove all the Bedrock on the sides. You know, pretty good might be a bit too complimentary. They have a conversion process. It does exist. It is correct. Bro, that was personal to him, huh? Yeah, also, thank you very much, Ben. I missed your super chat, but thank you for the €2.29. I'm gonna guess you're Irish, Ben. Ben sounds like an Irish name. Actually, it doesn't. I'm just rolling with it, and maybe I'm right, you know? So, I think the idea of, like, making a nether inside a volcano in your overworld is a really fun one. But maybe that's just me. You're channeling my mother, toy cat. I just, like, I don't know. It, like, it is fun to... I get why people have a... Well, like, we just live in a world that's just so much stuff. And it's kind of overwhelming. And I feel like it's hard to understand fully. Once you're done with this, get to level 69. You know, that is actually a fun idea. Why am I only level 49 in Minecraft? What's wrong with me, am I right? I just joined. Are you really only streaming for 90 minutes? Oh, I didn't change the title. We'll make it longer, you know? That'd be a short stream, you're right. It just says Minecraft on my page. Wait one sec. I'm gonna have to refresh this page. Hello, everyone. Just do tax evasion. But the thing, you can't do cleaning evasion, you know? If you do cleaning evasion, you look like a slob. If you do shower evasion, you look like... wait, there's a joke, because people say I look like I haven't showered. You look like me if you do shower evasion. Ha ha ha. Self-depreciating humor. Don't understand it, don't see it, but glad now you can feel like I'm on your side, am I right? Fellas? Why haven't you put that XP to good use? Oh, honestly, I've been procrastinating the XP thing. Like, I know I should, but I've got to do, like, 6 or 7 enchantments now, and I don't actually know what I do them for. Like, I guess I want to have a decent hoe, but I don't even know if you can get a hoe with the enchantments I want. But yeah, I think it'd be fun to scatter some nether quartz around here, actually. I think I might do that. Bro, there's an in-joke in my school about tax evasion. I think you'll find it's canon that some people do it. Is the Toy Cat the British but Nordic shirt limited? I think it's the one shirt on the store that's not limited. Everything else is like seasonal or very much the opposite of seasonal. Hi, I'm getting bored of playing Minecraft Wilds. I've been the dragon. Do you have any suggestion on what other projects I could do? You know, here's a really fun one. You could make a never... No, I saw a thing on Reddit I really liked today. It was like a majorly extended desert temple. I really liked that. I was like in love with the idea of like, take a desert temple's like build structure, but make it like mansion size. Like put your house in there, basically. I thought that was fun. I thought, honestly, I think I've been, like, I've had a lot of people say things like that recently. Or maybe it's like a lot of the same person saying the same thing, but like me trying to actually get to it. So how about we say on this particular note, I think I should make a video of like things that, like another video about things you should do in your Minecraft world. Because I've had a lot of ideas recently. And I want, like, maybe like people would enjoy hearing those ideas and like put them into videos. I don't know. That looked awesome, I saw that. Yeah, that's the third Reddit anecdote I've told today. You can tell how unproductive my day has been because of how much Reddit content I've consumed. I actually, you know what I did today is I speedran Minecraft for a video, and everything went so horribly wrong. And it was like, oh god, I just had a video where I speedran and went horribly wrong. Can't have another one. But yeah, it's it was like I spent. Let me actually tell you this. It took me an hour to get to the Nether. Sorry, it took me an hour to get to the end fight, and I killed the dragon down to like 25% of her health. I made a tiny mistake with my like placement, so I didn't do a 1 cycle kill. It took me an hour to finish off that last 25%. I'm not kidding when I'm not exaggerating. It took an hour. I was like, oh my god, why? Also, thank you, Cat Beanie. We're at 229 long boys sold. Do you want to see that number go up? All you gotta do is be like Sky Tolls and get yourself a long boy. Thank you so much, Sky Tolls. You should build a bastion next to your Nether Mountain. Oh, that's such a smart idea, confused about everything. I love your name, by the way. That is such a cool idea. Yeah, I'm gonna make this into a mega project. At first, this just started as like a why don't I do that, you know, just because. But I like that idea a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Catalina, bring back Hearthstone streams, and then wait, what emoji was that? Cool cat. I do miss the Hearthstone streams sometimes, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't think anyone else does though. Like I did one recently again, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm just doing a type of stream where everyone's equally confused when they look at it. Although it's actually pretty cool because I met a lot of like I've been thinking about this recently. Sorry to take your comment and to tangent off it, Kat, but I've been thinking about this a bit recently about how like there are like two types of streams. There's streams where people come to watch a thing, and there's streams where you kind of come to hang out. In my ideal world, I don't want to limit to one or the other, but the reason people love the Hearthstone streams is the same reason they love like my third channel COD streams or whatever. And it's because like, oh yeah, it's like a really chill environment. There's not much going on. It's just me hanging out and doing a thing. And I think there's like, there's an inherent problem in it in that like, there is a certain amount of success you can have before that stops working. I still don't understand the game, but I like the noises it makes. It does make a lot of fun noises. It's hard to disagree with that. Like when you play pretty much any minion, they've got something fun that will be going on. I'm a woman. I can multitask and do both. I have that power. But I think there's like a, like, you know, when you're, let's put it this way, like the sorts of streams that people like to, you know, hang out, etc. on. You'd even argue this, like, you know, chill streams or whatever. People are there because they want to be in a, like, you know, it's the same reason people like small streamers above big streamers. The big benefit you have as a small streamer is you can directly interact with everyone in chat. Like, you know what, Haunted Zombie? Thank you. Yep, I died in lava due to it not glowing in RTX. I think that, like, might be a texture pack issue. Like, I'm still not sure. But I find that a little bit tragic, but also a little bit fun, you know? But yeah, do you think it'd be fun to make a video just like, you know, here are things you should 100? I'm gonna put that one down. I wanna, because an idea I totally had was like, what if you made every structure bigger? Like, I think that might be a video in and of itself, actually. I think I'd enjoy making that video. I don't think the thing is, I don't think it'd be like, I'm always cautious on YouTube about making things that like are fun, but also like, who cares about Toy Cat's building? Like, maybe if you're here, you're curious, but also makes no sense to most people. This Covering the Mountain series has become the equivalent of a Toy Cat podcast. No topics are off limits, says Highwell Evans. Yeah, we went on a whole, how long was that rant about being an adult? I think that's fun though. I think a lot of people who started watching streams during the speedrun era don't know that, but like, this is like my favorite type of stream. Like, let's just hang, you know? Let's play some Minecraft. Sure, let's get a thing done, but let's talk. Because one of the things I'm like a big advocate for is like, you know what? Do the same thing. Play some Minecraft, listen to a live stream, watch a thing. Like, having some conversation while doing some Minecraft, it's a good combination. It's like a form of social, but it's none of those weird obligations or whatever else comes along with it. And it's all good. As much as I hate Bedrock tradition, I have mad respect for Bedrock players like you because of how hard it is to get far in Bedrock. Out of interest, you know, Enthusiastic Banana, why do you think it's hard to get far in Bedrock? I'd love to hear what you mean by that. Like, what do you think is so hard? Are you gonna put Never Gold mixed in with the rack, says Dabo228. I think, honestly, I should. I think it might look better if I do that. Like, I thought at first it'd be most impressive to be just pure Netherrack. But I think you're right that you need to, like, mix in some Nether Quartz and stuff. Should we go grab some Nether Quartz now? Let's go grab some Nether Quartz. We need some food anyway, right? So let's fly up. Hope we don't get hit by the Elder Garden effect as we fly over the museum. We're fine. See, look how fine we are. It's clearly it's a time times distance equation or something that affects that. Then we're going to grab, oh, we are seriously low on pork chops. I mean, beef chops. Cooked beef, as I believe it's known. Going to grab some Netherrack. Or I'm not going to grab some Netherrack because I already moved it all. And then we're going to go grab some Nether Quartz, which I think, again, I don't know why it's there if it isn't there. I think it's in my armory. So, can you show us some big salmon? Says Asa Crazy. You know, big salmon is for speedruns. You know, again, people are always saying like, oh, Bedrock sucks because it's buggy. Oh, Bedrock sucks because this and that. But then people don't appreciate just how valuable. Oh, I guess I must have moved it out. See, this is why you don't organize your stuff. I expect my Nether quartz ore to be in these chests. And now I don't find it there and I'm sad. Okay, so I guess I move my Nether quartz from here into somewhere else. Okay, no, it's not in here. So I guess it's got to be at my house somewhere. You gonna put Nether trees on the mountain? Oh, that's a fun idea. Oh, that's a really fun idea, actually. Yeah, let's go do some of that. Beef chops, yes. I mean, why don't beef chops exist? Why do we have pork chops but no beef chops? It just seems weird. It just seems weird. So we're also going to fill up a shulker box full of Netherrack while we're out there. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. That seems concerning. Yeah, let's grow a nice big tree while we're at it. I'll have to tweet a photo of the big fish we've collected on the run. You've been collecting big fish. You're not the most questionable thing I've ever heard of. Okay, so Nether quartz ore. Where do you think I keep it, Internet? Because honestly, I don't know. I think I know, but I don't know. I guess it would be in the Nethery chest, right? Ah, there's 2 in here. Okay, that is not the amount I was expecting to find. Hey, here's 14 more. Perfect. Okay, that's 16. So we can at least get a peek of how it should look. Make a mini overworld in your mini Nether. Oh, that's smart. Put like layers on layers on layers on this. It was right there. In the huge chest. Wait, I was in the big chest? Oh, okay. My bad. Let me go look in there. Okay, Nether quartz ore? No, it's not in the big chest. It's in this big chest, it's not. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. We don't have Nether quartz ore, but that's fine. Why doesn't he eat golden carrots? My gold farm was made for console edition, and it makes me sad to think that the way the way gold farms work on Bedrock is basically just cheating at this point. Like, in my opinion, I know it's not. I know it's all farming. Like, it just, like, let me show you my gold farm that I made, and let me tell you the story of how. Do we just mine through here? I guess. Yeah, sure. Why not? So I made this gold farm. It took so long. And it did work. It wasn't, like, great. And it still kind of works. But the best way to make a gold farm is now just using one portal and a piston or something like that. I don't like it. It's dumb. But yeah, as a result, like, I don't want to make a gold farm. My iron farm principle is still, like, I think at some point they should. I don't think they will nerf it, but, like, ideally they should. But my objection to gold farms is, like, I did it, and I don't want to do it again. I'm not going to bring myself to do that. You know, it's the same thing as, like, you know what? I cleaned my house last week, 2 weeks ago, if we're being honest. And it's filth. I hoovered last week. Sorry, I vacuum cleaned my floor last week, but now there's dirt on it again. I don't understand. There we go. That's my American a translation of my story. Also, wait, I want to make this part of a video, so if you want to see something, let me show. If you want to be part of a video right now, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So I just turn off my webcam. Gonna hit start recording, and then we can be like, wow, magically, the mountain has appeared. So I guess, like, we did what, like 2 hours the first time? How long have we done it this time? We've gone for about 50 minutes, so about 3 hours. Okay, so we're about 3 hours into the Netherrack placing now, and as you can see, the shape of the mountain is still very much there, but it is now covered in this sea of red Netherrack-looking block. It looks a bit ugly with the normal block showing through, but I think if we replace those, and more importantly, if we get some quartz going on the inside, I think we can really start to get this looking better. Oh, that was ugly. That was real ugly. You know, I can do a better one. See, cool thing about videos that you can't do on streams, or like stuff like that, we can just be like, nah, I'm gonna redo that actually. Let's try that one again. So let's also get one of these out instead of, oh, I don't know, like the shovel. Okay. So we're about 3 hours now into the Netherrack placing, and as you can see, the mountain is really starting to, you know, like keep its shape. Oh, you know, we got this. Next time, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Hi YouTube, except there's no chat on the stream. Hey, don't spoil everyone else's day. Also, thank you. Wait, thank you, Ice Maiden, It's good to see you today. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, so we're about 3 hours now into placing the Netherrack on the mountain. You can see it's actually looking pretty decent. Like, the mountain has kept its shape, but it's now got this red Netherrack kind of tint to it. It looks really great, except in the areas where the stone and the dirt's showing through, but I think a few more hours of doing that and we'll be good. I say a few more hours, but if you look, even after 3 hours and literally about 10,000 blocks placed, you can see how there's still all of this left to cover, as well as this entire other side. I think I underestimated how long it takes to cover a mountain, and I also underestimated how semi-bland it looks when you just use Netherrack. So I'm starting to now pepper around a few Nether Quartz blocks. I mean, if we take away a block here and there, we can, you know, throw in a bit of Nether Quartz. And I think it should just make things look a little bit more natural. So what do you think? I mean, 1 ore doesn't look good, but I'm sure more will. So I'll get back to you in a few more hours. So what do you think? I think it looks better. Anyway, I'll get back to you in a few more hours. Okay, there we go. See, and now we can use that in the video. I don't know, like, honestly, I work on so many of these video projects that go nowhere. Like, the End Island one I still haven't finished, but such is life, am I right? Such is life. Hey, put this towards a cleaner, JK, says KK. I legitimately am looking at a cleaner. Like, they're pretty cheap on a per hour basis when you consider how much you value not doing a thing, right? Like, if you, like, let's put it this way. Like, if I was going to pay someone to, I don't know, what's a thing I do enjoy doing? Play Minecraft for me, it'd be like, you know, £7, £10 an hour. Seems criminal. Okay, I'm going to call this Never Mountain 1. Or I guess it'd be like Never Mountain 3. And we'll come back for that. So Cat, say vacuum in a British accent. I'm going to vacuum my house today. It's going to be a really good one. How did you flatten that jungle? Was this? I didn't actually flatten a jungle itself. I flattened a swamp, and the swamp became a jungle, which is a confusing story. So we just leave it at I flattened a jungle. I employ a cleaner. It's great, right? Like the cool thing about the world, like we don't like to admit it, because you know. We're always like, oh no, if we admit that there are things that people enjoy more than we do, and would therefore be able to do for a lower price, then we have to admit that, like, ooh, maybe free enterprise isn't so bad. But then all the things I've learned about capitalism are all wrong, and you know, it's scary. But like, there are people who are better at doing things than you, at almost anything you do. There are very few things you're the best at doing, and like for most things, like sure, it makes sense that like, oh yeah, for you know, like, I don't know, like, sending your own emails probably makes sense, because even though there's someone who's better at making emails for you, like, you know, it's how many emails do you write in a week? How much effort would it take to set that up? Probably not worth it. But, like, if you're going to clean, you know, the rest of your life, you want to live in a clean place, you know? Let's assume that's true. It doesn't need to be true. I'm not going to judge you if it's not, because who cares? Hey, Tokat's pronounced Dakota. Yeah, Dakota. 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 That's what I've been saying, right? Dakota. 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 It's definitely Dakota. Like South Dakota. I don't do that thing where I'm like, you know, you're, I don't do that thing where I'm like, you know, I know you're telling me how to say your name, but also different. Oh, in South Africa, if you have money to own a house, you have to provide employment for someone via house cleaning. You have to? Question mark. But, I don't know. I'm curious. First, these big projects. How long does it take you? Oh, they take dozens of hours usually. I can't remember the last time I did a big, like, honestly, if you want to do like a small project, it's like what, like an hour, and then big projects are like multiple hours, and then we just hang out for a bunch of streams in the meantime, and then we get to do these like chill and hangout streams. And given that it's streamless, I feel like we should have a big project we're working on. So why not make this in, like, rather than just make this into a dumb little I'm placing Netherrack, why don't we make it into, like, a whole Never in the Overworld thing? I think that's what we're going to do. Why is it so hard to find a bedrock seed with interesting biomes near spawn? It depends on what you mean by interesting, though, right? Like, if you mean interesting, like, I don't know, Mesa and Savannah, Shattered Savannah next to each other, it's hard because they're, like, rare, but, like, I think most seeds are at least slightly interesting on Bedrock. It's not a law, but a custom, so I was told. I like the idea. That's interesting if that's actually a custom. You know, South Africans of the chat, is that true? I have this thing where I believe, like, most stories that sound unbelievable are, like, stretched a tiny bit. Like, it's really amazing when a story isn't a little stretched. But, like, there's always, like, a little bit of, like, well, you know, I mean, it's true, if that's true. But also, like, but it's kind of not. I want to know how much of that is true, because I always love that. Would I lie to you? Oh, no, what I'm saying is, like, I think you heard from someone who is telling... I think even the person who tells you thinks they are telling the truth. And therefore, like, you trust them and you... But I feel like it's the whole, like, Chinese whispers thing. That's 90% the pain of cleaning. I think the 90% is the fact that you're doing something that just comes back. Like, when I do something, I like to know it's done. I love that after I cover this mountain in Netherrack, the Netherrack's not gonna fall away and be like, oh yeah, you gotta recover it every year. Like painting, you know, the fact that like the Golden Gate Bridge has to be painted, I don't know how many times there's a year, but it's like when they finish painting the Golden Gate Bridge, they start repainting it again because it takes that, like it has to be painted that frequently is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think that is terrifying. Like, that seems like a thing that we should be more cautious of. As someone with depression, adulting makes it worse, says Melody Lewis. Oh, I'm breaking the wrong block. There's a small chance Enderman will stew in Netherrack. Not true, Adorable Ho. They have, that's been changed, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no, Melody Lewis, I totally agree. I would even go as far as to say that, like, a lot of the... Again, I'm just, like, working on myself as a subject for this. Not every day. It gets worse every day, though. Every day you don't clean your house, it gets slightly dirtier. And then it you know, like, it's a whole problem. Also, let's change the title of this stream, huh? I can't... It literally won't let me change it, because it thinks the title is Minecraft, and that... How do I change my stream title? I want to make it not 90 minutes, but Minecraft, the YouTube thing will literally not let me. I'm sorry. I tried. Yeah, I totally agree. It's one of the things we really don't consider is the maintenance costs of things and the maintenance time. Because, you know, maintenance cost is like, sure, that's money. That's important too. Like, if you buy a car for, I don't know, I'm not a car person, $1,000, you might think, oh, I now own a car. Now, what you own is the right to pay, excluding fuel and, like, tax, because everyone knows about fuel and tax, because you have to have them. Car doesn't go about fuel, car doesn't... But, like, every mile you drive that car, you're making it slightly more likely to break down. You don't know how many miles you have to drive for it to, like, all the way break down. But you know eventually that point's coming. Like, one of the biggest costs is just, you know, like, oh, tire blew out, gotta get a new tire. How much is a tire? Oh, it's hundreds. I don't know how many hundreds. Again, I'm not a car guy. I won't ever claim to be. But it's there's a ongoing cost to that we don't think about. You're just like, we should get a car. We're worth a car. Do you think we're not worth a car? Do we not need to go places? And it's like, but the problem is not that. It's the fact that you're eternally as long as you own that car, even though it only cost you $1,000 to buy the first time, now to maintain the standard that gives you, every year you've got to drop, I don't know how much it is on fixing oil changes and transmission sounds like a thing a car has. Brakes and tires and steering and yeah, some of that definitely breaks every year, right? Tell me, car people, tell me I nailed that. So what you're saying is cars have durability. Hydro 78878. I have never agreed more of a comment. It is, when you make a diamond pickaxe, you don't have a diamond pickaxe forever. You have a diamond pickaxe for 1,652, I want to say, breakings of a block. Every single time you get close to 1,652, you have to then decide to spend more diamond pickaxes on repairing it, or to let it break and to buy another diamond pickaxe. But either way, the choice is either stop using your diamond pickaxe, or you have to choose to, you have to choose pretty urgently, stop using the pickaxe, or You have to choose spend more money to keep it going. There's no, oh yeah, I already bought it though, because it's done. And we do this on like an individual level, but like, you know, we built a bunch of roads in the 50s and 60s or whatever. And those roads cost millions every year just to keep maintained. And everyone's always like, why are we never building more roads? It's like, because we spend so much money maintaining the ones we have. Same with railroads, honestly. That's why they have to close every now and then. Mgala says you need to recreate the Dos Equis commercial from Childhood Chocolate. You're way more interesting than Jonathan Goldsmith. I have no idea what any of the words meant in that. Dos Equis commercial? Dos Equis? No idea. Jonathan Goldsmith? No idea. Chilled chocolate? I put all my chocolate in the fridge, but apparently that's only a British thing, so even that is a mystery to me. But I will say thank you for thinking of me when you watch a commercial for Dos Equis. But yeah, so Minecraft has the really cool effect. Like, you can put mending on something, right? Even that, though, has the issue of when you put mending on a pickaxe, it's not that it magically fixes itself. My flint and steel here does magically fix itself, but it only magically fixes it when, like, it's not actually magically. I mean, it is actually magically fixed because it's an enchantment. Oh, I should have used some of my nether quartz there. Ah, my mistake. The way you say Dos Equis is so wrong. I'm saying it how it's spelled. My bad. My Spanish. Mi español no bueno. Si mi no from español speaking country. I don't know what that was. I think that was a bit of German mixed in there. I put my chocolate bars in the fridge. I put mine in the fridge too. That's, in my opinion, that's where they go. But apparently that is just opinion. People aren't fans of that everywhere. But yeah, I think, like, you know, people always say, like, we should do this thing. It only, you know, we can just buy the thing now. But it's like, but then, you know, the long-term costs are huge. It's like the opposite version of this. Actually, no, I guess it's the same version. Is, you know, a lot of people make the argument like, oh yeah, you know, I only buy, you know, things that, you know, like, make me happy. I only, you know, things that I absolutely think are essential, you know, like, and, you know, little treats are essential, whatever. And, like, you know, the dumbest example is, like, if you buy coffee every day, I don't know how much coffee costs at your local coffee place, but I'm always shocked when I go in, because it's like a every 2 or 3 weeks treat. I go to a coffee shop, I get, like, a dumb non-coffee coffee drink, like a Frappuccino or something. And it's like, oh, that was £4 for this drink? Really? It's like, yeah, that's how much it costs. And people buy these every single day. It's like, yeah, they do. And it's like, you know, like, that it's a very small, like, individual thing. But because that becomes part of your life, you need that as your upkeep. If you stop doing it, your life gets worse. It's not that you don't buy them in future, it's that you're used to them now, and so not having them makes you feel way worse. It's like an addiction to caffeine, right? Also, surely a giant Longboy shrine for your next build. I was seriously considering a Longboy shrine. The only reason I was going to not do it is because I think, like, people in, like, how many months or years, because it's only going to be on sale for December. The Longboy, link down below, literally will not be buyable, except, you know, if you want to try and find someone who already has one and wants to sell it to you after December. Like, it's going to be gone forever, which is why you should get one right now. Do you want to join the 229 people who've got one, by the way? And I feel like once it's gone, I don't want to, like, make people feel bad about that. Or maybe I should. You know what? People should feel bad all the time. But, like, you know, that's an example we use. And it always seems like, oh, yo, this is just people ripping on... This is boomer logic, just ripping on us because we want the thing. But it's like, yeah, I know people who spend $10 a day at Starbucks instead of going on vacation. Right, the amounts do add up to be the same. Because it... And again, it sounds like you're just ripping on someone for a lifestyle choice that is really quite small. But the reality is, like, the sorts of things that you do, you know, like a car that's £1,000, which is actually really cheap for a car. It's like, actually, that's like £3 a day for a year, which actually, if I'm not mistaken, that's like less than the amount I just said, because you also we're at 232. Hey, thank you for that. And it's like it's the maintenance cost of, like, that lifestyle decision. And it's like, oh god, if you get addicted to heroin, right? You know, normal thing. We all We all get addicted to heroin once or twice in our lives. You know, heroin's crazy expensive. I've only been quoted prices, but I feel like I only know one person who's ever even who's bitten the bullet and gone right in, and like, you know, £50 just to feel like, you know, it's like, oh, you feel really good the first time. Then the second time you feel like, oh yeah, it's that same feeling again, but it's slightly less. It's called chasing the dragon. After a while, you just start to feel normal when you're on this crazy expensive, crazy dangerous drug, right? You just taking this I don't even know what it is, honestly. I don't know where it comes from. But like, you just start to feel normal after a while. But it's still costing you money. And obviously the much bigger effect is on your health and is on the fact that you now can't undo this thing, like on a physiological level. But also, like, think about the price level of it. Like, I think in the same way that, like, the biggest argument against cigarettes is just saying, hey, if you're addicted to nicotine, that costs money. That costs so much money. I think, like, it's kind of funny that, like, people always think, oh yeah, you can motivate people against, can I do that? No, I messed that up. Easiest way to motivate people against smoking is to tell them it will kill them in 20 years. No one's thinking about themselves in 20 years. But you know what you can think about, like, on a much more regular basis? Just be like, do you know how expensive cigarettes are? Do you know how much it costs? Doesn't caffeine make your brain receptors stop functioning? I've heard caffeine makes you more like, for most people, caffeine makes you, like, not more functional, but, like, it turns off the sleep receptors, so, like, I guess it would shut those down. Chilled chocolate is not just a British thing. I'm the opposite of British, Texan, and I do that, says Mediocre Meme Man. I'll have you know Texan is not the opposite of British. It probably is, actually. I'm trying to think about it, and it is very much a opposite feeling thing. I wonder why that is, though. Chocolate doesn't melt in your mouth in the northern states, though. Is that true? You know, all of this... These sound like urban myths that someone's just been told, and they're just wrong. It's not caffeine, it's nicotine. Oh, did I say nicotine when I meant caffeine, or did I say nicotine when I meant caffeine? My bad. But yeah, like, the biggest argument against something is like, oh, that costs money that you can use to not just feel normal. And I feel like that's why we need the same, like, conversation about all sorts of dumb things in life. Like, oh yeah, buying, here's an interesting thing about hotels. This interesting as heck to me. So, hotels, like, you might assume that the cheaper a hotel is, the worse it is. Also, thank you, Cat Beanie. Checking Streamlabs is working. We are good, apparently. No, it's interesting. Every day someone says Streamlabs doesn't work for them, which is a problem. I'd love to... I need to speak to Streamlabs, but, like, the guy I used to speak to, I don't know. It's a whole thing. But one out of every 1,000 cigarettes explode. Imagine if that was true. That'd be a good way to trick people. You know, I could believe that. If I was a 13-year-old and you told me that, I'd be like, I'm never gonna smoke. It might explode on me. People are way more scared of, like, rare consequences than they are of, like, oh, in the long run this kills you. Like, oh yeah. But if it's like, oh yeah, your junk might fall off and die, everyone's like, oh, I'm not gonna smoke. It's scary. It might happen.
Try to out-donate me.
Hey, Daniel Gamer plays Minecraft. He's starting a bidding war. You think that no one can out-donate you? You know, I like the word tip, but you can go down in history as the best tipper if no one does it. So there's your win. I like that game when it happens on stream. I'll be honest, I have very, very selfish direct interests as to why. But let's see if someone can out-donate you. I don't know if they can, though. I don't know if they can. It's it'd be cool if you decorate it with fire and magma blocks. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like, I'm definitely thinking, like, I've got this big flat area here anyway. Why not make a huge bastion? You know, there's a project, am I right? The taxes from selling cigarettes should be given to rehabilitation services. I think the taxes made from cigarettes are, like, such a large proportion of, like, money as a whole that I don't even think that it's, like... You know, it would be so much more funding than anything needs. Actually, not. I don't know. Not gonna fall for the bait on a tax question, but it's like widely accepted that taxes that, like, using like a tax against, you know, obesity to against, I don't know, fast food to fund anti-obesity or like whatever else. They always sound like good ideas, but they're like objectively bad tax policy. Like, if something needs a certain amount of money, it should get that amount of money, irregardless of how many people do another bad thing. And if something is going to be taxed because we want to stop people doing it, we should stop doing that regardless of how much money we want to give that thing. Hey, thank you, Daniel Gamer Players. You know what? We're gonna... You say they can't, but you've been matched by Jess Slimmer. Merry Streamers.
Mary Stream Moss Toy Cat.
Merry Streamers, Merry Streamers, Merry Streamers. What is this song? I don't know, but I'm pretending it's a song, and then I can pretend that I wanted to do this all along. Want to adopt your own long boy? Link in the description. That's a much better way of putting it. Do you want to adopt your own little long boy? Do you want to have one of these in your life? You know you do. Look how cute he is. You can hug it. You can pillow it. You can whack people with it, and it won't be very effective. Look at him. He bends over. It's just so adorable. Try, says Daniel Gamer Minecraft. I love that you're like aggressively getting people to do it. You know what? Let's see if someone can do it, Daniel. I believe in them. Yeah, I think that in general, like, we should discourage people from doing things that are bad, but like that should be a good, like, it's like, you know, there are lots of things that people say government be essential for, right? And I'm saying for those, like, therefore the easiest way to do that in a way that's fair is like put it on, encourage people to live better lifestyles by taking, you know, like, the more you tax something, the less people do it. So
I tried to use Streamlabs to tip, but it wouldn't work, so here's some free money.
Hey, I think you just beat Daniel right there.
Anyway, I'm doing this to ask you to please make a chonky boy. Long boy is GR8, 10/10 but chonky boy equals 20.
That, first of all, you know, I've never seen a tip that long. Thank you so much, Joey Simulon. Second of all, hey, keep going. Second of all, I want to say the Chunky Boy is such a great idea. I'm gonna hit up Streamlabs after this. I mean, not Streamlabs. I'm gonna hit up Makeship. I'm gonna ask, like, you know what? If you want a new product idea, the Chunky Boy. Because, you know, fascinating enough, the Long Boy this is a brand new product. They've only made 2 of these, and the other one isn't gonna get funded. So this is gonna be the first Long Boy that actually exists. Hey, told ya. Jesus, thank you so much, Daniel. You know, you have showed everyone who's boss. No one can beat your in 1999. Or can they? Am I right? Or can they? Can you put loyalty free on a hoe? I wish you could. The day you can do that is the day I'll finally trust hoes. But until then, I'm sad to say it, but it's just not a good investment. You put all your money on a hoe, and then the hoe leaves you with your enchantments, your levels, your diamonds, sometimes even your netherite. And you're just left wishing, why, you know, you're just left there thinking, why did I need to trust it this much? And the answer is you didn't, but you did anyway, and you should feel silly anyway. Ironic capitalism, the best capitalism. It's like that, I think, is it Cards Against Humanity? They did a project, I forget why or how much it raised. I will look into it now, actually. They did a project where they dug a hole in the ground, and for every $1 donated, they would dig for another amount of time. Giant hole in ground. And then it's like Cards Against Humanity. So the Cards Against Humanity announced that they would be digging a giant pointless hole in the ground in 2016, and they dug the hole. They raised $100,000 to dig the hole in the ground. So they rented an excavator, and they just did it. And people just ironically gave them money to dig the hole. Because, I mean, why wouldn't you, right? And it seems like wasteful, right? But, I mean, you get to have the story. Like, it's that whole thing, like, the dumb stories are worth actually quite some money. Like, I know, like, people like to put it down to, like, oh, you do it for no reason. And that's part of the story, right? Like, oh yeah, I just dropped $10 for no reason, you know? Well, what about that? But the reality is like, you're getting some weird, hard to tangiate service. Also, why not, says Daniel Gamer Plays. You know, no one can out-tip Daniel Gamer Plays, who is now officially our new hero. Is that an Iron Man picture from Minecraft Xbox, by the way? I see. No, it's not Iron Man. It's a red dude in a suit. Gabe Newell lost a gnome into space this year for charity. See, right? People like firsts and they like dumb things. And that seems like if you like dumb things, doesn't that make you dumb? But the answer is like, on some level, yes. But on another level, also yes. How deep was the hole? I love that's the first question you have. I'm Pariotis. Like, you know, someone dug a hole in the ground for no reason other than because. But you know, the important question here, how deep was the hole? Why did they do it and how deep did they get it? Where's Commander Y when you need him, says How Heights Demons. I've never known someone who's like built such a reputation from being a big tipper as like the Commander Ys of the world. See, even then though, you can see like, you know, was just doing something dumb and just giving a bunch of money to show like, yeah, I can do it. And what? And then as a like side incident, he got a huge reputation from it. He has his own little Discord he runs, if I'm not mistaken. Like he had a real tangible benefit by accidentally, and that's the beauty of like, yep, just do what you want, and sometimes that dumb thing works out. When's just digging a hole for 90 minutes? Oh, I legitimately, John Taylor, I hate this because like you made a sarcastic idea like, well, when are you just gonna dig a hole in the ground for 90 minutes? I literally did that in my I dug it in the center of my village too, and then I made it a giant glass hole, and then I threatened to push villagers in there. You know, on more than one occasion I did push villagers in there, but that's neither here nor there. Am I right? So Cat, what are you doing with the mountain? I'm making a Nether volcano. And on the inside, there'll be like a fully simulated Nether. So Cat finally has a good quality stream, says Cunning Absol. It's crazy because a lot of people are saying like, oh, you know what, Cat, the noise doesn't matter. But the number of people who are still saying like weeks later, like, oh, I can finally watch these again. It's like a part of it does hurt my feelings. Like, and it's fine to say it. Like, you know, if you say that my building sucks, it hurts my feelings, but you know, sure, there's some truth to it, whatever. But that's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, that's a reminder. Like, you thought you were already streaming? No, we did not eat for this whole time. I can't believe I just missed that. Let's ignore my hunger for a little bit longer too. That's one of the lessons I'm trying to like build into my speedrunning. Is like, remember the food in the back of your brain. Don't forget about it. You gotta remember it at least a little bit. Turning off lights is the same as turning on the dark. Man, that's deep. That's deep, man. You ever consider that? He has all the quality streams. How dare that one guy hurt Toy Cat's feelings, says Batata Cosmica. I think it's one of those things where like there's a lot of, to me, the things that hurt the most are the true things. I don't know if this is true for everyone, but like you can make up things about me all day, and oh no, you think my teeth are bad? Actually, I think that is true. I'm British. My teeth are bad, but I, you know, that's fine because it's true. But like I don't care. But like if you find the little nibble of things that are true, and I do care about, it's like, ooh, yeah. You know, like I'm glad no one notices on these streams because like you can't see from bottom down up, but like I gained like a stone in America. I looked in the mirror today because I had a plumber coming around. Needed to look my best for the plumber, am I right? And I was like, oh god, what have I become? And okay, we got this. And like I don't know, like that's like one that like can actually dig deep. Like most people have only said it like sarcastically since I got back, but it's like, oh yeah, that's a thing. What's a stone? Oh, sorry, I gained 14 pounds since I got, actually wait, when I said I gained a stone, let me show you what I actually meant. Sorry, when I said I gained a stone, let me show you the stone I gained. It's a cat rock. Yeah, like the stone really weighed me down. Like it's a hefty stone, you know. It's a big stone. But yeah, it's worth mentioning that, you know, it's one of those things. Sometimes when you leave the country, you're gonna gain some stones. Cat rock. I mean, who doesn't want a cat rock in their lives? Sometimes owning a cat is too much effort, so sometimes what you do is you get a cat rock. Stone's very cute, actually. Thank you, Batata. I think a stone is £20. I'm pretty sure it's £14, but I'm not an expert on the field. Did you draw on the stone? Okay, I've got a confession to make, internet. I've got a confession to make. I saw the stone with the cat already drawn on, and then I thought, maybe I could just have this. And then I just had the rock. And now that's my story of my stone cat. Yeah, I think the greatest idea is to... Oh, Lord, I think the greatest idea, actually... Let me finish my sentence, but with a way better ending. The greatest idea is if you, right now, go to the link in the description and get yourself a long boy. Don't you want one? Look how cute he is. You see how long he is? Look how long this back is. Look how massively long it is. It's so long. It stretches the other way, too. Look, he's a cat. He's squished in a glass or something. He's adorable. I would also suggest that you make a marsupial ball, which is toy cat in a pouch, and inside the pouch is a tiny toy cat. You know, I like that idea too, like a little marsupial version of toy cat. Honestly, you know what blows my mind? Kangaroos and how they're real. I've seen kangaroos in like pictures and in zoos or whatever, but I went to like Australia and this like nature, I don't actually understand what it was. This nature something something. You know the words that follow nature that like, they sound like they're trying to go for like its wildlife, but also you can go and pet some things. Adopt your long boy now. Here you go. You want to adopt the long boy? Go to the link in the description. Don't you want him? Yes, you do. Do you want him? Yes, you do. Adopt one now. Link down below. Chan says that's adorable. It totally is adorable. Wow, that is a long boy, says Amgala. OMG gets longer every day. It really feels like it does. Like I have an expectation for how long it is in my brain, and it always manages to like outdo that expectation. A nature reserve. See, that feels correct, but also it feels incorrect. It's like, yeah, if someone can walk on water, can they swim on land? Yes. Next question. But yeah, something I thought about today, like you know, because the idea of like sustainability of things is like, it's a real thing we don't actually think about much. We talk about sustainability and we mean like something environment, but like there's like sustainability in terms of what it requires from people is almost more important than what it requires from the environment. Because like as people, we can make environments, but we can't make human time. There is a fixed amount of human time, and you know, like we can expand what we can do with human time. But then if we need to expand what we need to do with human time, you get what I'm saying? Like, if I choose to work on a project that is covering my entire Nether with ice, the entire thing. That's a 30 million by 30 million area. Oh, actually, we're playing Bedrock, so it's 12 million by 12 million, but then, like, there's farlands for most of that, so you can't even really do it. But, like, let's just say, okay, we're going to drain our entire ocean for a 5,000 by 5,000 radius. That requires so many thousands of hours, and you're either relying on one of two things to happen. Either it gets easier to drain oceans, you know? Sure, it's possible that happens. Or you're just relying on doing work for, like, so much time yourself, which means then you can't do other things at that time. You get me? Every minute you spend doing something, you can't spend that minute doing something else. In economics or business, this is called opportunity cost. Every minute I spend reading this comment, Ty for doing what you do, it's 12 AM and I feel like crap, and just watching your streams is hella relaxing / calming for some reason, says JK. Yeah, man, being at the end of the day and feeling like garbage is the worst too. Because at the start of the day, at least you can be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. At the end of the day, it's like, oh yeah, your time is running out. You are going to bed in like, you know, an hour or two. You know, let's be honest, JK, you know, 2 or 3 hours. You're gonna stare at the ceiling, you're gonna think about awkward situations, and you're gonna regret things, and you have so many ideas that you're not gonna act on tomorrow. But anyway, see, I don't want to go too deep here, but I do want to say that it's the worst time, and I'm glad my streams give anything for you, Mr. JK. Also, how's the Longboy today, says Honor Lewis? Wow, thank you for asking. Longboy is looking good. By the way, one of the pictures on the makeshift website is just this. It's just a picture of his butt, and it's like, what are you trying to sell? Who is this for? Who wants to see this? Just the Longboy butt. But you can see this right now. Look how cute it is. He's got a tail. He's got legs. He's got a body. He's got a belly that is adorable. He's got a little bow. Got a little face. Got a huge body, I should say, actually. Look at this. It's so big, I genuinely just can't show it off. And he's doing great today. I love the Longboy. I love the Longboy a lot. Notice how it's been like a full week or so. And he's still in great condition. This is a lifetime buy, my friends. So, I wanna mention that. So when every second I spent talking about JK's comment just now, JK to be precise, I couldn't spend reading another comment. If you left a comment in that time, I couldn't have read your comment because I was busy reading his. And that opportunity cost is actually a huge deal in my opinion. A very underappreciated deal. The idea that every minute you're spending, I don't know, let's pick a dumb example. Using the bathroom, you're not spending thinking of your next big idea. Every minute you spend eating is a minute you're spending not cleaning your house. Because, it's been since last Wednesday and somehow it's messy again. Everything you do, there's not only the cost of doing that thing, there's the cost of every other thing you didn't do. Hi, Toycat. I have some wood in my... I have SM wood? Wait. Yeah, I have SM wool. Oh, what does SM wool mean? Okay, Roman numerals. M is 1,000 in Roman numerals, and I think S is 50. You have 950 wool. What do you do with it? Make a giant wool toy cat. Do it. Make a giant toy cat. You know you want to. You know you secretly want to. Yeah, I think I'm lost. Oh yeah, the opportunity cost. It's something. This is so dumb, but I struggle with this like almost my whole life. Like this idea. I need to get some grass, by the way, so we're gonna quickly just shovel some of that up. Like I remember my my grandma would give me like 50p, maybe it was 20. It was definitely 20p. It was like 20p, or sometimes like 10 or 5p, to go to the local corner store, and then to buy some sweets. And so there were sweets that cost a penny, there were sweets that cost 2p, sweets that cost 5p, and a few sweets that cost 10p. Sweets are what we call candy in the UK, by the way. So I like my candy, I do. I think candy's really good, but the only problem with candy is it's filled with sugar. Should I adopt a hedgehog? By the way, time has been my biggest fear, so thank you for the nightmares. I'm glad to make you think about time. Way more than you need to think about it. But, yeah, every time I would have, like, this huge analysis paralysis. Where I was like, do I buy this? Because if I buy this, I can't have this. Like, it's an economic opportunity cost. I have only 5p with me. If I get this, like a sweet I really like, because like, they're like dummies, I guess. Like you put in a child's mouth, but they're like fizzy. I like those, but those were 5p. I could get one of those, but then I couldn't get some chocolate mice. Sweets in the UK are weird. Let's not question them too much. And I was like, you get me? Like it was really tricky for me to work out what I wanted, because I knew that if I got something, I would not get all the other things. And it's kind of hard to struggle with that your whole life. Like every day I can make like a video, but by making that video, I don't make all the other videos. Some days I make 2 videos, sure, but like you can't do that every day. That's like that's a special occasion thing nowadays. I think in the bathroom. Yeah, honestly, that's what I like the bathroom for. The bathroom is literally a thinking room. Think about it, right? What do you do in the bathroom? You sit on a stool for 5 minutes while either reading your phone or going for a good think/read. And so that's one thing you do there. Another thing you do in the bathroom, you sit in the thinking box and you come up with thoughts. Those are the 2 things you do in a bathroom. Me using the bathroom now, feeling extremely uncomfortable, says Fuzzy More. You know what? Finish up there. You've been wasting too much time. If you're spending 5 minutes in the bathroom, you're doing something wrong. You gotta be in and out in like 3 minutes. It's doable. You just gotta put your back into it, you know? You gotta really believe in yourself. A lot more than you're doing right now. Yeah, right. So, Kat, what's the best Christmas present for someone who watches your videos? You know, Milo Thomas, what a really good question you ask. The best gift for someone who likes IBX Toycat videos is to go to makeship.com/collection/featured/product/IBX Toycat -1, also linked in the description, and get themselves 20% off a Longboy. This is a limited time product. It won't exist at the end of December, and it's so adorable. Look at his little hands. You want these hands in your life. I know it. You totally do. By the way, my chat's frozen. Am I even streaming right now? I hope I'm streaming. I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not streaming anymore. My chat's frozen. You know, we'll do this solo. We don't need chat anyway. What is chat? Chat is where the losers hang out. Yeah. Can't respond to me now, chat. Tell me I'm wrong, chat. You can't do it because I can't see you. So, let me tell you instead the story about my house search in the UK. Because one of the things, like, I'm making, like, a big decision right now about where if I want to live my life in London, basically. Like, I live, like, far enough outside London that houses only cost me an arm. But if I want to move inside the, you know, zone 1, 2, 3 kind of, like, you know, central-ish London areas, it's going to cost me not just an arm, a leg, as well as, you know, like my 2 left nuts or whatever people say. So, you know, it's gonna be an expensive thing. So I got to work out, like, okay, before buying something expensive, you have to know, do you want to have that thing for a long time? No one just buys a Lamborghini then goes, actually, just realized I can't drive. I'm the sort of guy who would buy a Tesla without being able to drive. Man, I've so considered living in a Tesla. Like, just like, you know, be a cool car. People would think I was cool for owning a Tesla. And you don't lose any of the value in a car if you just live in it. So it's like a shed. Like I thought, like, you know, think about it this way. If I just leave it always parked out front of my house, it's like a shed. I can just store my belongings in there. And then also I have like a, you know, vehicle that is not losing any value. So it's basically free real estate, you know? And it's free real estate. Anyway, so I was considering moving into like more central part of London, because that'd be more convenient for me to get to like where I want to be airport-wise. You know, right now it takes me a couple hours to get to most of the airports, whereas like I could get to them much faster. Oh, I can't see chat, but I can see super chats. Are you pulling out your mic is muted on chat by saying we're frozen? Your mic's muted, chat. I'm sorry. Can you try turning your mics off and on again, maybe? There's a spider behind you, chat. There's a spider. I can see it. Chat, check behind you. The spider's there. Oh, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. I'm totally putting your mic muted on chat. No, I literally, my chat has frozen, and I tried refreshing it, and it's not coming back. So this is a chatless live stream now, which is fine. You know, what has chat ever brought value to anyway? But, yeah, I'm going to roast you, chat. Try and respond to this. But, yeah, so I have to make this, like, big decision of, like, if I want to buy this here, and then admitting, you know, like, there's a interesting thing where, like, you have thoughts about how your life's going to be, and those thoughts stay pretty, like, you know, if you think you're going to be an astronaut, that can stay true enough forever, but at some point you have to admit to yourself, not only is it unlikely now, it's basically impossible. Because being an astronaut requires years of training you likely don't have. So at some point, you know, like, life is like a series of doors, and the younger you are, one of the benefits of being young is not only is youth, like, idolized in our society, but also youth gives you the ability to specialize and to pick all sorts of different pathways. Have you declared war on Alex the Rambler yet? Says the Lonely Gamer. Don't know who Alex the Rambler is, but yeah, sure, I totally did. I did that, and it was so good, it was. Thank you very much for the tip, by the way. appreciate it. I can only read tips now. It sounds like a weird, contrived way to get donations, and you're not. Maybe it is. Who knows? I might be that sort of person. You don't know me. Don't know me, chat. Yeah, it's this realization of like, ooh, I always had this dream that I would just move between countries every 3 to 6 months. Because I do YouTube, which is arguably the most portable job in the world. But the thing is I realized, like, you know, without a fixed base setup, it's actually a lot harder. Like, without this setup of, like, lighting, a microphone, 3 monitors, this, you know, this chair, this everything else, it's actually kind of hard. Salad Green says, I need to tell you the coordinates of the first diamond. Of the first diamond. I don't think I can do that. I think you're watching the wrong stream, Salad Green. But thank you for the tip. But yeah, so there's like a lot of thoughts you have on your life. And sometimes those thoughts come into conflict with reality. Like, even like, I don't know. I'm glad I'm not the person who like had a dream about who they were gonna date. But if you're like the person who's like, oh, I'm gonna marry a prince one day. At some point, you know, you marry someone who's not a prince, and then that dream goes away. You can no longer marry into the royal family because they don't accept divorcees usually. Fun fact. It becomes non-acceptable practice. And so an interesting quirk of that to me is that a very interesting quirk is having to like make certain decisions can like put you in this almost like state of paralysis where making that decision is admitting something that you already kind of know to be true, but like you don't want to throw it out there. Like, I've got a friend who works at a supermarket. He can, you know, if he gets a promotion, he has to admit that like it's not like a temporary source of money, it's like a career. And that's scary because he's got like a degree in, you know, something that's entirely unrelated to working at that supermarket. Help, I got bullied at uni today, so I dropped out, says Eliana. Oh wait, walking on Netherrack sounds like wet meat. Yeah, you're right, it totally does. It is a very weird one. Also, Eliana, I'm sorry that you got bullied. That sucks. I totally agree. You dropping out of university is the moment your dreams of having a thing, at the very least, get altered. See, but you're lucky because you're young enough that like there's pretty much nothing affected by that. Worst case, you can come back in later. For now, you can live a different life. Start working on those goals immediately if they don't rely on your university degree, you know, or on a university degree, not your university degree. Should we dive down this because you don't have one? Yeah. You think about that, your lack of degree. But no, yeah, I'm sorry about your situation. Hope it gets better, Eliana. I think so. Oh, chat suddenly started coming back in, by the way. It suddenly started coming back in. Yeah, so going back to my previous thing, there are certain decisions that are hard to make because you're making a pretty small decision. Like when I'm picking between, I don't know, the chicken selects at McDonald's or the Big Mac. But also I'm at the same time like, oh, I guess I'm eating McDonald's today. I guess that's my unhealthy decision for the evening. You get me? Hey, thank you, Tony Dejed. Tony Dejed. Tony Dejed. Yep, that's what I'm going with. Tony Dejed. Thank you very much for the tip. He keeps looking down and pausing as if he's reading chat. I keep looking at chat, but it's only just come back. I do promise you, though, there's no chat. It has magically appeared here. You know, I'm gonna, you know, rather than, what I'm gonna do to prove that there is no chat, even though now it's back here, I'm gonna close it next time. Just like, screw it. I don't need chat anyway. You know, you guys are like you guys are like I don't know, you're like a cat that's gone missing. And it's like, I'm not gonna put up wanted posters or cat missing posters, because like, honestly, if the cat doesn't come back, am I really missing out? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Are you trying to make the Netherrack area? Oh, that's such a cool idea. Oh god, the chat's pouring in. Oh god. See, I have no idea what's happening with the chat right now, but it's so confusing. It's like coming in batches, and apparently it's all very delayed. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Pogs, says Imposter Guy. You know what, let's read through the chat that I missed. We got Son saying Pog. We got I resent that. I want posters. Man, I would give a lot to just have an animal that it's kind of that cool thing. Like, if you wanted an animal gone anywhere and then it disappears, it's like, oh. It's like I was saying with the thing with the adults. Like, when people want money from you, they're very good at chasing it up. When you want money from someone else or some service from someone else, they make it as tricky as possible, knowing that that deters lots of people. I tried to, once I signed up for, I think it was some trashy newspaper, like I think The Sun. I signed up for it because they gave me more money. Like they gave me something in return that was worth more money than the subscription, but they made it really painful to cancel, hoping that as many people as possible just wouldn't. And they're like, oh yeah, we can cancel, but sadly, it won't go into effect for another 2 months. Sorry to break that one to you. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna break the direct debit then. They're like, you can't do that. I'm like, watch me. And like, so I had to go through my own process of like undoing it. But they assume most people just go, there's nothing I can do. They get mad or whatever. But even that is like a form of advertising if you think about it. It's not good advertising, but it's, you know, there's no such thing as free wait. All advertising, all press is good press. There's no such thing as bad press. That's how people say it. Your projects are therapeutic, says the dang Ellie. I'm glad you enjoy them. I think seeing a project being done in live stream form like this is something people enjoy. Because it reminds you that, yeah, there are things like this. Most builders who make impressive things just fly around in creative because it doesn't matter. Like, you know, to them it doesn't matter about the process, it matters about the result. But to me, I think the process is, you know, like the journey is the destination. It's not just about the thing. Only your viewers will watch this for several hours. Thank you, coolest Connor. It means a lot. That's such a nice thing to say. Tony Jijek, hear me out. Hollow out the mountain next. Okay, I actually, you know, I think that is a fun idea. If you wait, do you want to see something, Tony? Do you want to see great minds thinking alike? You want to see great minds thinking alike. I know you do. So if I show you right over here somewhere, I don't actually know where it is. Honestly, I always get lost. Is it down here? Could be down there. It's probably not there. I remember it comes out pretty clear. There it is. Okay. Do you want to see something crazy? What if I told you I was already hollowing out the mountain? It's definitely not going to work because it's just so much effort required. But I have, in fact, already been hollowing out the mountain. I'll be hollowing out the mountain when I do. I'll be hollowing out the mountain when I do. I'll be hollowing out the mountain, hollowing out the mountain, hollowing out the mountain, because I will. But no, so I'm not going to do this practically, but I'm going to have like a little nether built inside of this thing. And I'm not sure what to use this for, even, honestly. Maybe this could lead you up there from a main world. Like, there'd be a nether portal to this, maybe. Or something like that. I'm not even sure at this point, but I want to do something quirky fun. Also, I need some dirt, that's why I'm here. Doing what I'm doing, by the way. Just so you know. Just so it all makes sense now. I'll be hollowing out the mountain every day. I'll be hollowing out the mountain every day. I'll be hollowing out the mountain. Hollowing out the mountain. Hollowing out the mountain every day. So yeah, how much is the Longboy, says Nemo C. The Longboy is $37, but there's a 20% off right now, which makes it $29.60, which is an incredible deal. Given that I think a normal plush is $25, and a lot of people are happy with that. This is $29. Look at this. Look at the size of this boy. He is long, he is boy, and he is very cute. And you want one in your life. I know you do. You can adopt one. Link down below. We currently have 236 out of 400. You know, I know you secretly want one. I know you do. And you know what's even cooler than getting one? Knowing that that number goes up. And they all get close to completion. Because without 400, they can't be made. Because the economics of scale only makes sense at 400. Everyone gets refunded on their pre-orders, in case you're curious. Like, it's all good. There's no, like, money being taken. But it's fascinating, right? Hey, thank you. I'm back. Has anyone out donated me? Says Daniel Gamer Players. You know what? No one's out donated you this stream. You are the king donator or tipper today. The journey is the destination. Right? Like when it comes to Minecraft, that is actually true. Like the playing of the Minecraft and working on the big project, that's the fun bit. It doesn't seem like it because you're always working towards the goal. But that's where it's fun. I actually, this is... I know I'm always running against dumb phrases because, like, actually the destination's the destination. Something I actually really do like. I like traveling a lot. Like, I don't just like the act of going somewhere. I like the act of traveling to that place. It's a lot of fun to me. And so one of the things that I really think is cool is it's flying. I like it's the fastest form of transport, and there's so much variation between planes, etc. That's why whenever someone asks a plane nerd question, I like nerd out on it because like that's what I do all day. And like it was a very real thing, like almost like a crisis when I realized like, oh, one of my favorite parts of traveling is actually traveling, not being somewhere, not being static in a destination for a while. I like the physical process of going places. Even if you look at that like seat and economy and you're like, oh, that's gotta be rough, right?
Can you
Spend
still out
hours on that.
me?
Hey, can you still out? Whoa, jeez. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you are King Tipper. Oh god, by quite a lot because of that. Jesus, thank you so much, Mr. Daniel Plays. Daniel Gamer Plays even. He is not just a Daniel who plays. He is a Daniel Gamer who plays, and he is the king of the people who tip today. The long boy is technically still $37 because of shipping costs as a Doral hub. Oh, they got you there. I think it's actually like different depending on where you live though, right? Like I'm pretty sure it's, or maybe it's international shipping for the same price. I know once you include it, it's significantly changed. But yeah. Oh my god, that's crazy. The look on my mother's face if I purchase another soft toy at age 22. My mother had the opposite reaction. Like she didn't like that I was getting rid of a bunch of my like old childhood toys. She was like, "No, it's sad." Like she loved like from all the Minecraft stuff I went to and like all the like I have a lot of like Minecraft memorabilia, and my mother finds that great. For better or for worse, I guess. The next mountain should be Endstone. Oh, that's such a cool idea, an Endstone mountain. The real Netherrack mountain is the friends we made along the way. I'm glad we all realized this together. I'll be hollowing out the mountain when I do. That's like addicting. Oh my god, like stuck in my brain. So yeah, my chat is hilariously delayed. I'm realizing now because like of how slow that super chat was to come up in chat. So long story short, I'm not reading any directly responsive chat, which is nice. But yeah, like I think sometimes it's hard to do certain things. Like there are certain acts where doing them seems really hard because it's so long term. And I think it's especially common in guys, right? I don't know why it is, but like let's call it fear of commitment. It's a very common little meme, very common act out or whatever. Like, oh, it's a person who it's a male who is for some reason afraid of committing to whatever it is. Ooh, how original, etc., etc., etc. Oh no, that goes there, and then that. No. Okay, we're good. We nailed it. So yeah, doing this at night is not a smart idea. So we're gonna go to sleep, and we're gonna place down some torches in the morning, because this whole area not being torched is kind of a weird anomaly. Like seriously, look at this right now. Tell me this isn't a weird anomaly. Like, you can see how it's light everywhere around here, except the desert, which doesn't look light. Isn't that interesting? The torch desert looks darker than the areas that are just barely lit up. Huh. That's a weird thing. Anyway, let's go down. Let's fix this up. I think chat is delayed for you. Yeah, chat is definitely delayed for me. Or it was when you sent that message. We should include timestamps in our messages and then we can know for sure how delayed it really is or is not. Okay, there's a... Oh, we ran out of Netherrack. We'll go get some more. Okay, is this the line of torches? Oh god, the line of torches just like ends. It's very hard to fix. Didn't I go to sleep anyway? What happened there? Oh, I went and then I got distracted. Right. Normal toy cat. So yeah, let's go take a nap. Everything will be good. This is a message from Huge Toy Cat. Hello from the past. I hope the world has improved since I typed this, says Duncan Wall. See, I know you said that as a joke, but like, one of the things that excites me is despite everything going wrong in the world that seems scary and the number of people that have huge interests in you thinking everything is going wrong in the world and that everything is scary, I think something delightful is how much better the world gets every single day. I think it's cool that since you left that message, the world is statistically some amount better. Not by every metric, sure, but by more metrics, it is better than it is worse by. We have... You know, 2020 is still objectively the best time to live, right? People do get nostalgic for the past. I know people always go about that whole, like, oh, well, if you're nostalgic for the past, really hope you're white, etc. And, you know, that is actually a part of it too, sure. Like, you know, we're at the best points we have been in terms of all of that sort of stuff. But it's also like, man, not only do you think about how much better we are than the past, isn't it cool how we're still... We're not only at the best point in human history that we know of so far, you know, in linear time, we're at the best point in human history. But on top of being at the best point we know of so far, it still gets better every day. It's not always linear. Sure, there are times it goes up, times it goes down. Sure. But the fact that it is the fact that it is pretty consistently an upwards trend is nutty. I think the closest thing we have to being the opposite of that is like the impact that COVID has caused on our thinking. But even that I think is like temporary and all that sort of stuff. 646 Toycat is yes. Okay, chat is 2 minutes behind. Because it is currently 447 from McBella78. It is 11:48 as I type this. As I say this, I'm not typing. Congrats, new Longboy parent. Congratulations to whoever just got themselves a Longboy. I'm proud of you. You wanna... Again, the cool thing about this to me, I always like this in the product. That's why this is the thing. Like, because of the way this works. Oh, by the way, is there two 49.99s? Did I miss the second one? Holy Jesus. Jesus Christ. The title doesn't say only 90 minutes. So look, the Longboy, there is only going to be about 400 of these. We might go over that, but like 400 is the target. 400's what we're going for. Once this 17 days is up, it's actually slightly less than 17 days now. In slightly less than 17 days, these will no longer be sellable, and you'll have a unique piece of December 2020 Toycat memorabilia. If you're that pedant who says that the decade ends in 2021 is the start of the new decade, this is the end, the last point in the decade you can get anything like this. It is gone afterwards. It's also the first point there is a Longboy that exists. Again, this is a brand new, even like category of thing. Like I know a few Minecraft YouTubers started making plushes after mine, which I think is like cool. Like, you know, get that $1 or whatever. But I think it's cool that that's a thing. But those are all like, you know, like those fast plushes. Like I think they're cute. I think they're great. But this is like a unique category, etc. 2020 does not count as a year. We should be allowed to subtract it from our ages. Alternatively, you can count it against your age twice. I think it gets to work both ways. But yeah, if you want to get yourself a rare, unique thing, you can totally do it. There is a free 49.99. Did I really miss the third one? No, I'm not crazy. It says only 1 on Streamlabs, but it says 2 in chat. I'm so confused. You know, how many are there? I don't know for sure. Brand new category, says Claudia Stone Stacy. Exactly, you get me. A brand new category. Anyway, so you know, I said 90 minutes. So I guess we'll place the torches down now. Kind of boring, but we'll do it. We want to go to... Oh, God. Where was this? This was 139. This is 145. This is 151. 157. 163. 169. Oh, okay, so we place it on the side here, I guess. Because then it can light it up still. And then from 295, we go to 289. And we just follow it along on the same side here. Make sure they line up with each other. Oh yeah, that's good. Place our Netherrack in the middle of this little seat. Nice, nice, nice. Probably have to place another one of these down. Actually, let's place down the trees. I think that'd be a fun idea to kind of round up this stream. Because this project is going to take some time. Let's not kid ourselves and say it isn't. But I like that we're heading in a good direction right now. I like that we're getting where we want to get. And also I like that now we've connected the torches from the torch project up to the... those are fun. Oh, also we've got a little gap in the torch over here. But we're finally connecting up the torching from that to this. Which is always fun to do, right? So after a few more, it'll finally be everywhere around here, no mob spawning. Which is great. I see one in your chat is broken. So some people see 3, some people see 1, and I see 2. You know what? There's only one way to know for sure, and that's to cash that YouTube check in January. You should make your next mountain out of diorite crafted from nether quartz only. Honestly, diorite mountain is a great idea, right? Diorite mountain is a great idea. Where did your update adventures playlist go? Says Praden Seti. Is it gone? I didn't know that, Praden. That's weird. I wonder why that is. Your Minecraft streams are better than my sleeping meds. Ooh, I can finally rest. See, right, people say that all the time, and like, I know it's a compliment, but I always say is like, you know, your streams put me right to sleep till you can't. And it's like, okay, that's a way of complimenting a thing. You know, I found your history lectures to be such great sleep aids. It's like, wait, but weren't you meant to be talking about... Okay, no, it's fine.
Haven't been able to catch a stream in a while, so here's some old toy cat tax. Also, I just got myself a long boy because I love him so much.
Hey, K-Smurfs! You are the newest owner of the long boy. Or the newest owner. You know, newest proud parent, honestly. Thank you so much, K-Smurfs. I'm glad you... First of all, thank you for paying the toy cat tax. But second of all, I really appreciate... I say this a lot, and it sounds... You know, you people say this anyway, but like, let me try and add some meaning to this. So, even beyond just saying thank you, blah, 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 blah. Yep, thank you, blah, blah, blah. We said that, right? We have no more obligation to say things in response to let you know that I appreciate that. But I think it's...
Challenge me.
Usually when someone does this, there's like a fun little war. I love that you're like, you've asserted dominance so much, everyone's like, well, I see no way out of this. I have... There is no defeating you here, Daniel. For better or for worse. Is this lined up? This is. So we need a block also at 283, which is just over here. Damn it, okay, I'll use cobblestone. It's weird, but it works. And then also a block over here, and then also a block over here, and then also a block over, oh god, here. Nice. And now we start placing on the next line. And the torch project gets a little bit more complete. Poor tip guy. It's a compliment. You're chill and K-ing. Congrats on you, Long Perm Baron. Not the speedruns though. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny people say that like my streams are the most relaxing thing, and then also they're the most anxiety-inducing thing because like depending on the stream rate. I do find that to be particularly interesting. That it's like both at the same time depending on the stream. Okay, so we're going to line up with this next and try and do as many of these as we can. So one here. Need a torch there. I love the little pathway we have to this thing. Anyway, so next up, torch here, right? Yep, that's correct. Torch over here. Torch over there. And that should be good. There's actually a few like areas that'll probably have lighting issues. So just to fix those ahead of time, we'll do this. And just over here, just for fun, we'll have like a torch there too. And now it looks like we're deliberately going for like a fun little thing. How often are the plushes not funded, do you know? And I found out today I'm not a fan of 10-hour exams. Sorry, StreamLabs is not working for me, says Jessica Forsyth. I think the majority of plush campaigns don't get funded. Wait, let's do a little check on the store, shall we? Chat. So if you look on there right now, there are 6 plushes that have been funded all the way. But then also you can see that of the 6 plushes that have been funded all the way, there's another 12, this is 11, sorry, that haven't been. And if you look at the 11 that haven't been, some of those only started 5 days ago. But a lot of those started 14 days ago. Like, You know, Alinity. Is that the same Alinity that's like famous for the Twitch hop thing? You know, we'll assume it is. So even though Alinity made a plush that has sold 54 in the last 3 weeks, it has 3 days to go to sell another 350, and so it won't be funded. The 54 people get a refund. Same with this Ali plush, the Are You Super Serial plush, the P2 plush, the Griffin plush. One of the saddest one is FOMO the cat. Like, there's a lot of these plushes that just like, yep, it didn't get enough interest. Like the majority of them don't get made, I think, because 400 is actually a huge number. Every single person who buy, like, it's not lost on me. I don't want to be the guy who's like, oh, you know, guys, just whip out your wallet, give me, you know, spend $32 on this thing. It's not lost on me that this is a product that is, you know, it's like it's a thing behind it. But the reason, okay. But the reason that I think, you know, the reason I promote it is partially because, like, I think it's a cool product that, like, I want. Like, this isn't the most efficient way to give money. The most efficient way is to do what Daniel has done, or even better than what Daniel's doing. Use Streamlabs and link down below. Make sure Susan doesn't get her 30%, because 100% of Streamlabs goes to me, or 95%, versus 70% on YouTube. But, like, on the plush, it's, like, mostly making a product and sending it to people. And I like that people can then have a product that is, like, physically there. It's a limited thing that they know only them and, like, 400 other people have. I really like that, personally. I wonder if your original at 651 was the best selling. I know it did good, but I can see right now there's a plush at, like, 2,400. Like, whoever's selling that plush just made a cool, you know, even if they made $5 a plush, that's, like, what, 12 grand? And they're making a lot more than $5. Well, just not a lot more. I think it's, like, I think a good rule of thumb is, like, 25, 30% is the margin on that. But also bless me my bank account. I do, in fact, that you have my blessings. Or your bank account has my blessings. I'm not sure how this works, but I do appreciate you, Mr. Daniel. I do appreciate you. I hope you know that. So, yeah, so, oh, it's Scar plush. It's a jelly plush, right? So they just made bank. They just made bank, which is amazing. Like, really happy for Scar for doing that, right? Like because he has his cat is actually in Minecraft. It's Jelly Bean. Like, he's selling, like, Minecraft. Like, it's cool. It's cute. And so, like, you know, again, you make 5. Also, look at my UK little map. You like that in there? Doesn't it? Isn't that classy, chat? You know, people. This is a project I spent 2 hours on that, like, no one cared about. Like, you can tell from the Let's Play, like, who's most and least excited about a thing. But I love the way this looks. I really, really do like it. Look at that. Got a little flag for that. So wait, actually, let's flip it upside down. Let's put it sideways. Doesn't this look so much like the Game of Thrones? I know that's how they made Game of Thrones, but still, like, it's like, huh, looks like a fantasy land. Still salty about Scotland. Do you want me to saw off Scotland and move it a few blocks north for you? Would that make you happier? But yeah, let's go into this. So I need to fill up some shulker boxes of Netherrack. So we're gonna go to the Nether because that's where I keep Netherrack sometimes. If it's upside down, then it's Australia. It looks like a tornado upside down. Maybe the UK is a tornado. You ever consider that? What if? You know, we got Nether quartz in here. Perfect. So let's fill it with those. Try to put a shulker box in the shulker box there. I wish you could have nested shulker boxes. Like, I 100% understand why you can't. Doesn't stop me wishing you can, though. So, chat, here's the thing I have. I've got 18,433 polished blackstone, 5,000 cracked blackstone, 21,000 blackstone blocks, as well as a lot of lava and miscellaneous blocks. I think making a bastion, or like a bastion stealth thing, is such a fun idea that I might actually have to do. Okay, so anyway, before I do that though, let's take some Netherrack that is surplus to requirements. Because, you know, I just started pouring it everywhere, let's be honest. Netherrack goes in the box. Run it out over there. Who says the UK isn't an upside down tornado? I mean, it makes a lot of sense now that you're saying it out loud. I'm glad someone's saying it. That's what I'm trying to get at right here. You should put a map of Europe. I was thinking of doing the map according to Toycat and just having, like, North America, the UK, like, the good bits of Europe. I'm just joking. And then, like, Singapore. And then being like, that's the world as far as I'm concerned. People say other parts of it exist, but I'm not so sure that they're right. Let's take another one of these chests. Free it up. Oh, actually, this is the Netherrack chest. I'll just move the Netherrack, actually. That's a much easier idea. Pick it up, put it down. Also, at some point, a gas destroy... Okay, we filled this up, it seems. Did I put down the same shulker box again? That's a big mistake. Okay, let's place down another one. Fill it up with Netherrack. So much of this stuff is going. Like, my god. And we're good. Australia doesn't rate. Ouch. Australia's not real. We all know it. Try it. You know, like, everyone's always like, Australia's so real. We have, like... Oh, yeah, you're right. I think we are a figment of everyone's imagination. Darn. I said this quite a few times, and this is the dumbest thought to have. Because, like, everyone knows that Australia's not really upside down, but it is on the opposite side of the world. So I was sure that, like, I would feel that. I didn't know how I would feel that, but it was really disappointing when I went to Australia, and you can't actually tell that it's upside down. Like, I just thought something would feel different, and that was my first mistake. Assuming the world made sense is always a mistake. Never trust your senses. When will the stream end? Not complaining, says Megan Barker. You know what? Thank you for asking, Megan Barker. I've successfully moved my Netherrack. Wait, is that the right number of stacks? I think it is. I've now successfully moved Netherrack from the Nether into my chests. How much crying obsidian do I have? Oh, a lot of crying obsidian. A lot of blackstone as well, actually. You know, we got a lot of everything going on here. I like it. Hey, we hit 240 long boys sold. We're at 60%. I'm really hoping that we can hit 100%. That is, I will simp night and day for the Toycat plush. Thank you very much for buying the long boy. I can't even say its name right. Long boy, very cute. He's happy you bought him. Don't you want to adopt one? I really can't get over the fact that, like, this can exist for, you know, like, and can be made to order and shipped around the world for the price that it can. Like, considering the design that goes into all of this, you know? Like, I like it a lot. I'm really glad this product exists. And I hope you can get your hands on one by going to the link down below. Get 20% off. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's live stream, internet. If you want to see more of these, then like the stream and let me know. Yeah. There's no right side up or upside down in space. We chose to label the North Pole. The South Pole could actually be in the north if we wanted it to be. Oh yeah, North and South are entirely made up concepts, whereas East and West... No, I guess North and South are not entirely made up. But I agree with what you're saying there. But also, you'd have to admit that the UK is upside down from your perspective, and it should feel the opposite of that, right? Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy today's live stream. I had a good time, and I hope you do too. You got 16 days and 23 hours to get yourself a long boy, and if you get one soon, you get 20% off. 20%! That's a big percent. That's not like you get 6% off when you use code IBXToycat. It's 20%, no code, no garbage. Like you just gotta type in, then you can like no. All you gotta do is go to the link down below. 20% off, $29.60 for a long boy. You can see him like this. You can see him. I'm gonna go for the pictures and recreate them for you. You can see it like this. You can see it like this. And for whatever reason, they decided you can see it like this. I really don't know why there's just a picture of the long boy butt. But there is one. Wait, it's more like this. He's kind of bent upwards in that. I guess he's just laying down on a flat surface. But yeah, get yourself a long boy. It's cute. Look at him. Look how happy he is to be held. It's great. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Stream continues tomorrow. When tomorrow? Set an alarm for 21 hours from now. Or a timer. 21 hours from now, we'll be probably speedrunning Minecraft. So this morning... Okay, I don't want to jinx myself. But I think my biggest problem in speedrunning right now is my one cycle. Like, I can't... Killing the dragon takes me 10 to 30 minutes. and it's bad. It's not good. So this morning, I killed the dragon. I was doing a little one-cycle practice. I did it 3 times in a row. But then also this afternoon, I then messed up 3 times in a row. So I'm at 50-50, which is a lot better than where I was before. So I'll see you tomorrow for probably some speedrunning. Honestly, I'm obsessed with this product. I'm probably going to place more Netherrack on the mountain, but it might be speedrunning. I'm obsessed with both those things. Let's just do both. What's stopping me, am I right? What's stopping me? But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. I'll see you all in the next day. That is not today. It's tomorrow day. Goodbye. Forever. I'm just kidding. It's not really goodbye. It's promote Longboy time. Wow, where can I buy myself one of these? It's at the link down below. Okay, no. For real, goodbye. I'm gonna go finish the new season of Big Mouth. And I'm gonna eat some snacks. I don't have snacks in my house. I deliberately don't buy them. But then I always want them. I know it's better that I don't have them. But it's just me and my Longboy, hanging out, watching some Netflix. Goodbye.